my goodness. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that delay in getting started. Thank you all for being here, though. My computer was making some very loud sounds, and it's never done that before, and so I just was checking all of my temps and all my settings and things. I think everything is going to be okay. I do have a little like monitoring overlay going right now just to make sure. I really hope we're not re-entering the era of PC crashes on stream. I think that would be really sad. So let's maybe just yeah, let's just hope that doesn't happen. But welcome everybody. Welcome to the art gym. We're going to be doing a more environmental type study today. We try to work in at least one environment type study per month, and today I decided to focus on aquatic plants. I don't draw a lot of these, and I will say I was trying to keep it to aquatic plants, but I got very distracted by all of the aquatic algae. One of the things I learned recently is that kelp is actually not a plant. Maybe you all knew this, but I did not know this. And I went on a very long rabbit hole into this the other day, and this morning also. So I'm probably going to be doing some algae as well, just because they create such interesting looking underwater environments, and it's a lot of stuff you wouldn't expect that is an algae. But anyway, I'm derailing already. How are you all? Ibrav, or Ebrav? I'm not sure how to say it, but hello. Joining from the raid on Vaughn. Oh, thank you for coming in on that raid. Man, Vaughn is such a great artist. I don't know if I can live up to, to what you are getting over on Vaughn's stream, but we do a practice warm-up session every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning, and you're just in time, so thanks for coming in. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody being here, and if you want to draw along, if anyone wants to draw along, you don't have to do aquatic plants. Like if this topic is not speaking to you, the whole point of the art gym, for anyone who's new, is just to encourage artists to do kind of the hard work, the heavy lifting of art, which is practice, which is the less fun part, the part that we tend to avoid. And I don't know about you guys, but I thrive with accountability on this stuff. I've done more studies since we started doing the art gym than I have ever, so thank you guys for keeping me accountable. Hopefully it can encourage all of our I guess, skill building goals as those of us who are trying to get better at art achieve them. And if you're new to art, feel free to draw along too. But again, if you want to do some other kind of study, you have until the end of the session to get your study done and put it in the art gym section of the Discord. But you also don't have to get it done today. We do this every single Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So, no, not Fridays, unfortunately, Eyebrow. Yeah, I have a day job right now, and I work Thursday through Saturday at that job, so I don't have time to do any warm-up streams, unfortunately, the other days of the week. I wish I did. Maybe one day I'll be stable enough to quit the day job, pay for health insurance on my own, and do art full-time again, but right now, I do need the health insurance, and I can't quite cover it. So, unfortunately, until that day comes, yeah, I'm just kind of trying to squeeze everything in my art career into 3 days a week, which is hard. That's okay. That's why I appreciate you guys being here, to keep me on task. And even if I'm not always on task on stream, just know that I appreciate your company, and just lurking and hanging out honestly does help so much. And speaking of helping, I think I saw or heard a follow. Flora Lion, love the name. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for joining in the art gym. And thank you everybody for lurking and hanging around. I will be back on later this afternoon, and just so everyone's aware, today is my last day of streaming until like the second week in August. I'm taking next week off. I'm going on vacation with my mom. I'm really excited. I need a break from everything in life, and I will not be streaming on those days. I may be posting on socials. We'll see. I might be doing some drawing. I don't know. I just kind of, I haven't taken a break in a while, so anyway, if you want to follow me on socials, there's the socials. But let's see who's here in chat. Whew, hold on, guys. Something. There's like a chemically smell happening. Oh my gosh, I think I'm just paranoid. I'm gonna open the window. Hopefully there's nothing weird going on. Hopefully it's not coming from my PC. know, suddenly it's like really stuffy in here and like tough to breathe. I don't know, maybe I just get hit with some pollen or something. Anyway. Welcome everyone. So let's see. Pyro got first after Marcus got second. Interesting, but welcome in both of you. And Germs, good to see you. Amaze, good to see you as well. Silva, hello. Jack Lantern Art, hello. Pyro, no worries. Thank you so much for the lurk. Thank you everybody for lurking. Anyone who comes in, like I said, to just hang out, to draw, it's all super fun. I really appreciate it. Yeah, what is that? It's like really stuffy all of a sudden. I'm really concerned about my PC, you guys. I just don't trust it. It's so frustrating. I just built the thing. That's okay. Let's see who else we got. Rue, thank you for being here. How you doing, Rue? It's good to see you. And thank you guys for contributing to the game community challenge. If anyone wants to see me play a game on Twitch, I don't do it often, but I'm kind of running a little vote right now. So if you have a preference of the next game that we play, it'll probably be sometime when I'm back from my vacation, maybe mid-August. I'm kind of putting together the August schedule right now, so I'm planning on working in a game stream sometime, and also we're gonna do a 4K follower party next month when I'm back. So stick around, stay tuned, and keep an eye on the stream schedule section of the Discord toward the top. That's where I tend to post my updates, or on Patreon. I use that as like an update, kind of like newsletter, a little bit of extra behind the scenes stuff for folks when I'm able to. But anyway, let's see. I'm over explaining. Lithium, hello. Ungoy, good to see you. It's not my birthday, Ungoy, and Ungoy, you know this. Paradox Moose, you know this too. Happy tech problems, no thanks, yeah, I'm real excited about those tech problems, man. They're just making my day. I'm not paranoid about them at all. Not even a little bit am I nervous about tech issues. We call that a work? Well, thank you for working with me, Flu. I appreciate that. Is it Flu or Flug? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing names right as best I can. But I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Hope everyone's doing well today. Bribe Wet, good to see you. Let's see who else we have. Dangerous Buttons, hello. Clem, howdy. You're not doing the best trying to survive a migraine. Oh no, Ulodnin, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. That's not good. Makes you feel any better. I am also struggling a bit this morning. Did not get good sleep last night for some reason, and had very strange dreams for some reason about Twitch. I don't know why, but it was like a bunch of Twitch streamers that I follow or hang out with, or like some of the chatters, like just like weird symbolism and strange like monolithic creatures and ships, and I don't know. It was a very bizarre dream. I should have written it down when I woke up, but I was too busy. Anyway, it's very like metaphorical, I think. But anyway, let's see. Who else do we have in here? Help, I need somebody. Is that how that song goes? I must have forgotten. I want to hold your plant. Oh my gosh. Can we please throw some cheese at the musically inclined chatters that are making plant puns? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Who else is in here? Marcus, of course, and Fonty, hello. Hope my AC is fixed. It's been okay. It was okay yesterday. I'm not sure what happened the other night. I think maybe it just got overwhelmed. When is Vikita Day? That is a great question, Flu. I don't know yet. I think it's going to be sometime in October. It's either going to be early October or late October. I'm really hoping for early October, but I'm worried it's going to be late October because I have possibly an event conflict if they choose the late October date. So we'll see. If I can't stream on the actual Save the Vikita Day, I'm just going to do an early stream and just like promote the heck out of it, and hopefully we can get a bunch of hype built up for it. I would love to stream on Save the Vikita Day. That was kind of the whole goal, but it just may not work out that way this year. I'm still just waiting to hear back. Let's see. If you are being distracted by chat, then you are on task. Is that the rule of streaming? Okay, well then I guess I'm really on task. Thanks for making me feel better about that, Ulodnin. Miss Art Rules, it was kind of acting up the other day, but it seems okay now. And welcome in. Ironheart, hi, how are you? Treat myself. Oh shoot. Alright, I have some rice cracker snacks. I will treat myself. Thank you, Ungoy, for the treat yourself. Shark Geek, how's it going? Welcome. Hold on, I have to treat myself, guys. I kind of binged on these yesterday, so I don't really have much left, but they are really tasty. How you doing, Sharky? Flug. Is it Flug? Oh, okay. Glad I'm not being yelled at and told to leave. Oh, I would never, Flug. You're always welcome here. Absolutely. Can we gamble if stream stays on? I would prefer we don't even invite that juju into the stream. In fact, we can start the prediction now. If you want to start a prediction to see how many studies I'm going to do. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, or many more. We've got 30 minutes, chat, to decide what you think is going to happen today. It's anybody's guess. Anybody's guess. Let's see. Who else is here? Oh, we have a Draw Me an Animal. Miss Caprikel keeps tossing out the insanely difficult scientific names. I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is. So cool. Something in the Pacific, it looks like. Maybe. Hey, Reiko, how you doing? It's good to see you. Reiko's no art? Huh. Here's hoping you can get in on the day. Yeah, here's hoping. I don't know. I'm not quite ready to talk about exactly what's going on in October. I still don't have the total go-ahead for either TwitchCon or potentially another thing I'm doing the weekend after. But once everything is totally for sure, October's going to be a big month for me. Unfortunately, I will be traveling for most of it, but who knows? Maybe I can get an IRL rig before then and potentially take you guys along and maybe do some streams. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of things I'd like to do, but limited time, funds, and research ability between now and then if I'm gonna get like prints and stuff made too. So there's always so much to do. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Anyway, despite my complete lack of organization. Tired but good. I am also tired but good. Yeah, I'm a little groggy today, a little scattered. Yeah, I woke up to some to some, I guess, awareness that I needed to change some plans in October slightly. So I'm gonna be doing some research right after stream. So I just have a lot. There's always something going on, you know. Anyway, everything's fine. I'm just sleepy and I had weird dreams. Low-key, hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Hi. How's it going? Hi, Bruce. How are you, Bruce? Good to see you again. Is that cheese? There's always cheese here. There's always cheese here. We had some very generous folks the other day who gifted toward my cheese fund, as I call it. It's pretty much anytime I get tips, it just goes toward groceries, basically. And we call it the cheese fund. We also have channel points that are cheese. Oh, and I think I said this. I don't remember, but if anyone wants to... Oh, no, we did talk about the games. Yeah, you can vote on the games down in the cheese section by the chat. Anyway, Dr. Hubs, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay, I made it to the bottom of the chat. Look at me. CaseyCon. There is no CaseyCon. We can just say... I'm gonna take a leaf out of Pinion's book here and just say that TwitchCon is CaseyCon. So if you want to hang out with me, come to TwitchCon. There is no actual CaseyCon. Okay, holy cow. I've got my phone is blown up. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna post that I'm live on Instagram, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started with some aquatic plants. So like I said, if anybody is sorry, congrats on getting into CaseyCon, thanks. Paradox Moose. I will be hopefully partaking in the, speaking of meetups though, actually, if anyone is going to TwitchCon, or if you just maybe, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say this, but Shark Geek, if you're still in the chat, maybe you can speak to this, or if you're just in the San Diego area, looks like we're going to have a beach cleanup happening, and I think that's really cool. So thanks for organizing that. Shark Geek and Nerdowino are putting that together. I guess talk to Shark Geek for more info, but I think it'll be really awesome to get a bunch of people together and do a little... I don't know, like, nature, I don't know, just nature care. It'd be cool. So I'm planning on hopefully going to that. And you can join the Discord, I think, too. There's like a special Discord for it. Just go hit up Shark Geek or Nerdowino. And follow both of them if you aren't already. CaseyCon tomorrow? No. No. Nope. I don't even know what that would be. Pending con schedules, probably be in the early morning, like 7 or 7:30. Perfect. That'd be awesome. Yeah, neighborhood cleanups, litter hikes, all that stuff is so helpful. We used to do that a lot when I was a kid in Scouts. My mom would put together litter hikes and stuff. And my mom is actually gonna be coming to San Diego with me, so Casey mom will be at the beach cleanup probably as well. She is really into that stuff, and I think it's really cool. So everybody go, you know, take care of our, just take care of our space. Leave it better than you found it, right? That's kind of the idea. Okay. No glitter at the beach, yeah. Please no. Hey Artie Gob, how are you, by the way? Alright, I think I got to the bottom of chat. Sharky, I hope it's okay that I'm sharing the news on that. Let me know if I shouldn't be. I just think it's really cool. Hopefully we find a whale carcass. I'm not cleaning up a whale carcass. Don't you have to, like, call in some kind of, like, I don't know, some kind of, like, important service to take care of that kind of stuff? Oh, shoot, you guys, I forgot to do the thing I was pulling my phone out to do. I am scatterbrained, doo-da, doo-da. Okay, we are going to share that I'm streaming about this on Instagrams. And this afternoon, guys, I'm supposed to be doing a sculpting stream this afternoon, but I have so much other stuff I need to do. I'm halfway contemplating not sculpting this after. I don't know. Would you guys be super mad if if I did just like an illustration, like just a drawing stream? I've got like, I'd love to do at least a couple of art fights. I've done one. Feel very behind. But I also really need to design stickers for Save the Bikini Day. I'd love to do some emotes. Like, I just have so many tasks I need to do. Sculpting is more just like for fun, but I just feel like I've got, and I'm only gonna have like, here, do you guys want a preview of the stream schedule for next month? I'm only gonna have a few streams next month. And I'm a little worried about getting everything done that I need to in August. But I don't want people who are like expecting me to be doing sculpting to be like upset, because I know that's what it says on the calendar, but I don't know. If nobody's just like super angry about it, I might just do some drawing stream tonight. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm indecisive. I always need direction. But yeah, here's the tentative August schedule. It's not officially posted yet. I have a bunch of co-streams happening in August, which I'm really excited about. But because I've got vacation and a camping trip, I'm gonna have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 studio days next month. Like, that's it. And that is not very many. That is not very many studio days. So I'm just like looking ahead and thinking like I need to get emotes done, stickers done, because I really need to put in a print order like next month if I want to have stuff ready in time for October at TwitchCon. As well as do some stuff on Patreon I've been wanting to update. I don't know. I'm trying to plan ahead, and I'm a little worried about the time crunch, so I think I might be doing a more of an art, like just general drawing and work stream this afternoon, but let me know how you feel about that. Gratitude jar. Oh, sorry, no preview. Avert your eyes, Paradox News. No, you can't stop me, Amaze. That's not the point. I just want to know if anybody was like extremely super mad. See, Marcus is extremely super mad. Oh my goodness. Oh, no worries, Sharky. No worries. Feel free to share it in the Sharky. If you're in my Discord, feel free to drop like we have a signal boost section in the Discord. I'm sure there'd be a lot of people interested. If anyone ever has stuff like that they're doing, please share the. Feel free to use my Discord to spread the word. I'm sure lots of people who live in the area would be really interested, even if they're not going to TwitchCon. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, gratitude jar. Okay, I need to do that. I did not do one already. Some things take priority. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. We're here for art and chat. Thank you, Marcus. I know you were just teasing. Yeah, that's okay too, Sharky. Whenever you're ready. I'm just really excited for it. Gotta go right now. Okay, we'll see you later, Bravo. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for following from that raid. It was really good to meet you. Hopefully we'll catch you another time. Sorry that I'm a little scatterbrained this morning. Well, okay, to be fair, I'm always a little scatterbrained. For anyone who's been here before, you kind of know this is how the first 20 minutes of stream typically go. But, man, there's so much to do. There's so much to do, you guys. And I just don't know how to fit it all in sometimes, you know? Not getting enough sleep does not help. Let's see. So my next my next stream after today's is going to be August 11th. So this is the last art gym until August 11th, actually. I probably should have put that out there. I'll put that on, the Instagram story. So come in and practice. If anyone does want to get some art gym time in, though, after today, just in case you weren't aware, I do have a YouTube where I'm posting daily art gym streams. I was hoping to be caught up by July, but it looks like it's not going to be until early August. So those will continue to post daily until I'm all caught up to the present day with art gym. And then my goal is to be cross-streaming art gym sessions to YouTube after that. Probably all my streams to YouTube after that, if I can figure out a way to do that easily that doesn't make my stream crash. I'm a little worried about that, you guys, not gonna lie. But yeah, !YouTube if anyone wants to go follow there, or if you just want to like support. I'm getting closer to 500 followers on YouTube. Supposedly something happens behind the scenes once you hit 500 followers. I don't really know what it is. I think it's some type of like community stuff that opens up that I could do on YouTube. And then the next goal after that would be 1,000 followers, but that feels like it's years away. But if anyone wants to help me get to 500 followers, you can do so over on the YouTube, or just follow for art gym stuff for now. There is some other stuff I'm hoping to get up on YouTube eventually, but for now that's what there is. Oh, Barky Dog is here. Do you guys hear Barky Dog? Sorry about Barky Dog, guys. We have some very barky borders. I have the window open because it was like kind of stuffy and weird chemically smelling in here this morning. Could just be me stressing, who knows. Maybe I'm having a stroke. Help. Throws you a birthday party at 500, is that what it does? Well, it's late. It's late. My birthday was a while ago now. I don't remember what it is. Hey, Nice, how you doing? Have you thought about reaching out to Aldeus about your vaquita conservation? Oh, they are such a big conservation group. If I knew anyone there, so I wish I could talk to you more about TwitchCon, because there's some cool things happening potentially there. But I can't talk to you about it yet, unfortunately. However, I'll just say that I am hopeful that I will get to meet somebody at TwitchCon who has a connection to that group, to Maya. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say right now. But yeah, it would be really cool. That's a great idea. Yeah. Show and tell Fridays. I actually am not aware of that. I'm usually at my day job on Fridays. I miss so much stuff because I can't take off work on weekends or on Fridays or Thursdays usually. So okay, I can't think about too many things at once. Hold on. Join me is what I'm trying to say. Oh, thank you, Nice. That's really sweet. I appreciate the prayers, thoughts, the wishes, the hopes, all of it. There's a lot happening right now, guys, and I appreciate you all being here to support through it. Even if, you know, I hate to say even if all you do is lurk, but I just know that a lot of people feel that way about lurking. But just to reiterate, and not to be a broken record, the lurks mean so much, and they help so much. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. As I've heard other streamers say, you could be anywhere on the internet and you're choosing to be here. And it means a lot. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, lurking is love. That's what one of my mods, Pyro, always says, and it's so true. Just know if you ever lurk on a streamer, it just means so much. It does not matter what size the streamer is. Lurks are extremely helpful, and in so many ways other than ad revenue. It's pretty much the only way to get found on Twitch, frankly. There's very low discoverability on Twitch, and so you guys hanging out is literally helping me to grow my business, to get my art out there. Like, you are helping so much, so thank you for the signal boost, frankly. I've been trying for a long time to make art a thing for me, and it's not been until the past year, like meeting all of you, that I've actually felt like maybe it's possible. So more to come on some of the doors that have been opened up recently, but I can't talk about them yet, unfortunately. Okay, we're gonna start the art gym, and if, like I said, if anyone wants to draw along, even if you don't want to do aquatic plant studies, feel free to do some studies, as long as it's from observation or reference. I keep forgetting to do this, but I really need to add the Discord link to this art gym little blurb. But here's the Discord link. If anyone wants it, feel free to join. I'm in there. Lots of folks in chat are in there. I think I have such a stellar community everybody, and you guys are all amazing. And if you want to come hang out with us off stream, anyone is more than welcome. We keep it pretty chill. We keep it PG-13 in there. It's, you know, I think it's a really fun place to hang out, and I'm really appreciative for everybody who hangs out and shares stuff there. And anyway, check it out if you want. Yeah, right. Trying to write it nice. I keep waiting for the wave to crash. I'm not gonna lie. I've just had so many years of like doors slamming. It's hard to break that cycle of mentally like expecting things to go south. But I'm working on it. We're here to watch the downfall. See, Paradox Moose knows. Paradox Moose knows. We should be getting an email this week. Okay, great, Shark Geek. Thank you, or Shark Geek. Sorry. That's really good to hear, actually. I'm excited. Hopefully I can share a whole lot more with you guys soon. One day it won't. Yeah, hopefully. Okay, we have a drawing animal and a gratitude jar, so I'm gonna do those before I forget, because I always get caught up in the drawing and I forget to do the redeems. So let's do that fast. I will say, I'm gonna write one on here that I actually can't, I don't think I can really share with you guys yet, but I'm not going to show it to you. I'm going to be vague, just because so the gratitude jar, for those who don't know, it's this thing that I do where it's like an intentional gratitude practice. I keep this jar. I actually might need to get a bigger jar because of you guys. You've been helping me fill this a lot. All year long, I write down things on little slips of paper that I'm grateful for, and then, you know, stick them in there. And at the end of the year, on New Year's Eve, my tradition is to open up the jar and kind of read through it and just reflect on all the things I have to be grateful for, all the positive things that happened throughout the year, because I feel like it's really easy to focus on the negative, and I find this practice really, really helpful. You know, our brains are wired to be more cynical, to be more like response to danger, right? Fight or flight, freeze, all those things. So I think it's really helpful to kind of train the brain to look for the good things. Yeah, our brains are not helpful. And so if you feel like you're becoming more cynical, you know, trying to struggling to find the silver lining in life, I really recommend doing something like this. I've been doing it for years and it's helpful, but I added this redeem recently so you guys could help me fill the jar, because sometimes I get busy and I forget to write stuff in the jar, and last year I had like not very many things in there, and you know, you guys have helped me a lot with a lot of stuff, but this is one practice that I really appreciate. However, because I'm not sure if I can totally share this yet, I'm just gonna say, today, I am grateful for an opportunity coming up the week after TwitchCon. And once it's official and I can like talk about it, I will let you guys know. But for now, I'm just gonna be, sorry that I have to be vague, but thank you for the reminder to write that down. I got some confirmation this morning that the opportunity is still available and I'm gonna take it. I'm kind of reworking some of my travel plans in October to make sure that it happens, but if you're a patron, you kind of have a little heads up about it. Please don't share yet until I can officially share. It's one of the little, I guess, tiny perks of Patreon is you get a little bit of a heads up on stuff. But yeah, anyway, let's see. Grateful that the door to this thing is still open. Cool. So once I've officially like made plans and I know for sure that I'm gonna like be able to be there, I will let you guys know. But I'm gonna put that in the gratitude jar because even if it doesn't work out, I'm really grateful that that opportunity has even happened. And frankly, that opportunity is indirectly as a result of you guys and some connections I've been able to make because of Twitch. And I really appreciate, again, I really appreciate you guys being here. And hopefully I can share more soon. So that was the gratitude jar. I put it in the jar and I'm gonna open it up on New Year's Eve and I'll reflect on all these positive things. Maybe with you guys. We did that together last year. So if people are interested again, maybe I'll do that on stream again this year. So the other thing I had to do, I did hydrate, but let's hydrate again. Let's see. Treat myself. I did treat myself, and I did the gratitude jar. Let me hydrate, and we're gonna do the straw mean animal. But again, folks, feel free to draw and just kind of hang out if you'd like, while I'm kind of yammering away and doing all my redeems and stuff. And again, you can always just do your studies at your own pace. What I always tell people is try to set a timer for like 30 minutes. And if that's too much, you know, do less. But, oh gosh, Diana. Diana, welcome in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. We are about to get started here with aquatic plant studies at the art gym. So if anybody wants to come in and join in or just lurks are so appreciated too. And thank you for coming in on the raid. Diana, how was your stream? What did you get up to? PC, Diana, the Ashen, Blood Presnick, is that how you say it? Welcome in. Take a break, save, stretch, hydrate. These are great reminders. Thank you for those reminders. I'd love to see any art. Feel free to drop the art if you'd like. For those who haven't been here before, hi, my name is Casey. We're about to start the art gym, although I did just get a Draw Me an Animal redeem, so if you want to watch me struggle through a Draw Me an Animal game, stick around, because I'm sure to get it wrong. But anyway, this is what we're doing in the mornings. We do this thing called the art gym, which is basically a study session. It's like an accountability session for artists. Hey, Pilot. Hi, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Here's yesterday's. We did tigers. It was International Tiger Day yesterday, so we did tiger studies. So we don't always do plants. We don't always do animals. We do all kinds of stuff. We did figure studies the other day. Did some like action poses. We did vehicles. We've done all sorts of things. Costume studies earlier in the month. So the art gym is really just like kind of a variety practice session to get me to practice drawing things I don't normally draw, and to kind of help build, you know, the visual library, the creative bank account, and attempting to become ultimately a better imaginative artist, but from filling those things with information from the real world. So that's what we talk about here. But let's look and see what Diana was up to, so that I don't miss it. Rita's cousin comes from the older vampire knight Trinity. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Well, thank you and welcome in. But yeah, let's see what Diana got up to today. Oh, thank you for that follow, Pilot. I appreciate that. Here's what Diana was working on. As always, Diana the Ashen, like I know I say this all the time when we see your work, and thank you so much for sharing it. You guys, if you're kind of lurking right now and you're not familiar with Diana the Ashen's work, highly recommend glancing over her screen just so that you can like appreciate, you know. Diana does such cool stuff. Make sure that you go follow Diana the Ashen if you aren't already. I think we did give you a shout out, so I don't know if it'll pop up again, but guys, click Diana's name, follow. Don't miss the next stream. Also just a very sweet person, fun to hang out with. And I really appreciate you coming in. Like, I say it all the time, but like the texture details. The technique to know how to make these effects is something that I need to acquire. And I'm very inspired every time I look at your work, especially with like metal and armor. Like, you just do such a good job. Very, very cool. Thank you so much for hanging out. And one of these days I'm gonna figure out how to do this. This is the type of stuff though that I need to study. So like sometimes we've done weapon studies, we've done like armor studies before, and I need to do more metal texture studies, because I love that like roughed up metal look that you're able to achieve. Yeah, very, very cool. And just of course the whole image itself, the composition, the environment, the colors, everything's just great. And it's a work in progress, I think, or is this finished? Either way, fantastic stuff. It's beautiful, isn't it, Christmas Cat? Yeah, that's Diana the Ashen's work. Thank you again so much for sharing. Really, really kind. Weapon studies on a children's stream? I mean, it's not a children's stream. We just keep it safe for work and family friendly. For those who've not met me before, I'm trying to get into book illustration, and I'm sort of targeting like children's books, middle grade, maybe graphic novels. So I do try to keep things a little more kosher here. It's not necessarily that I expect that there's kids watching, but there could be. I know people sometimes do watch with their families, or maybe there's an agent that could pop in from that market. So I do try to keep it, you know, above board as much as possible. But I wouldn't say it's a children's stream. That feels a little, I don't know. That feels a little untrue. But here's some of my work if anyone is still hanging out from the raid and hasn't seen it before. Here's some examples of the type of work that I usually do in the afternoons. I'm typically working on like portfolio stuff, illustrations, trying to upgrade my body of work so that when I do pitch to agents and art directors and publishing houses, that I can show them like a nice breadth of what I'm able to do. And Civitrol's out here on that art, right? Hey, some of them are, but you know, yeah, I just try to keep it PG. But anyway, this is the stuff that I do. If you like watching digital illustrators, thanks for hanging out. And if not, that's okay too. It's still a work in progress. Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Violet. Metal studies, then how different metals interact with light. Yeah, exactly. For sure. We've done it before. It's been a while. We did like swords. We've done, I don't know if we've done guns. I'm still not sure how Twitch feels about guns on stream. It is an important thing to study, but I don't know necessarily if I should be drawing that on stream. But, you know, we've done armor. We've done all kinds of stuff. So, time to run away. Yes, feel free to lurk. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, this is what I do. So thanks for everybody who came in on the raid, who's hanging out. I also do like, here's my graphic novel that I still haven't had time to pick up again. The art's a little bit older and dated here, but anyway, hopefully I can pick it up. I do stickers and stuff. I need to make some stickers, hopefully this afternoon, we'll see. And then I also do, on the first Wednesday of the month, we do a creature design challenge that I really like. I'm really hoping I'm able to do it next month. It has been, I don't know. Like I was just saying, I've got a lot to do, so I might have to skip it next month, and I really don't want to. But if we do this, it's the first Wednesday of the month, and I let chat pick the sea slug, and I'll design a creature. It's also like sea slugs and sagoglossians or whatever. It's like kind of this whole group of animals, bubble snails. Anyway, it's fun. I like designing critters. I like drawing animals. This is kind of just like a for fun project. One day I might put a bestiary together or something, and maybe do a little self-published thing if people would be interested, but anywho, oh, and I do sculpting. In fact, I sculpted this one right here off of this sea slug dragon design. Let me switch cams. You can see it right here, but I'll let you zoom in a little bit. But we do sculpting usually on the last stream of the month. I was actually just talking to Chad about how I might not sculpt this afternoon. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to do between streams, and I don't know if I'm gonna get all the other stuff I need done. I'm still thinking about it, but anyway, you can buy this actually on my Ko-fi. This is now listed on Ko-fi. Here's also a vaquita. If you were wondering what a vaquita is, it's a small porpoise. It's actually the reason I pushed for partner last month, which again, thank you to everybody who lurked and raided to make that happen. But you can purchase that on the Ko-fi as well. Also get some free vaquita emotes. No purchase required over on the Ko-fi. But hopefully I'll be able to stream, if not on Save the Vaquita Day, then close to it. To help promote it. We'll see. They're still deciding on the date for Save the Vaquita Day. But I'll keep you guys posted and let you know when I know. There's a couple dates they're still batting around. But anyway, that's what I do. Let's do the Draw Me an Animal game, and then I'm going to do some studies. So, the Draw Me an Animal game gets redeemed about every 30 minutes around here. And sometimes my chat is hard on me. They give me scientific names, and I don't know what this is. So I'm just gonna I have no idea. This is why I prefer common names, because at least it gives me a chance. But sometimes people just want me to doodle random creatures, I guess, and that's what happens if you give me something really complex like this. So I don't know. Pacifica, something in the Pacific Ocean, I'm guessing. That, which could be literally billions of things. So I don't know. I'm just gonna draw a jellyfish. It was a jellyfish last time. It's probably not a jellyfish, but I'm just gonna draw a jellyfish. So I've got 5 minutes to draw this. No idea what it is. It's probably not a jellyfish. It may not even be a fish. It may just live in the Pacific region. This name tells me nothing. So I don't know. I don't have scientific names memorized. But feel free to look it up. Just don't tell me what it is. I've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to draw something for it, and then yeah, we'll look it up together and learn about it. I'm gonna make it a purple jellyfish. It's probably like a sea slug, or maybe a regular fish, or maybe none of the above. Maybe none of the above. But I don't know what the sakara means, so I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm never gonna know either. So this is the thing about the scientific names. You could probably give me this every month for the next like year, and I would never remember. My brain just cannot retain this stuff without context. Okay, but we can make a fun little jellyfish, so let's do that. It's the fun part of learning. It is fun. It is fun to learn about new animals. I mean, that is part of what the fun of the Draw Me an Animal game is. It's just I'm never going to remember the scientific names. Like, I've already forgotten the one that was yesterday. That was that giant... I'll remember the giant Pacific whatever jellyfish, but I won't remember... I won't remember the scientific name. It's like guaranteed. It's just my brain can't. I'm not studied enough in Latin or whatever it is. I don't even know if it is always Latin. Sometimes it's Greek, isn't it? Actually, I'm not sure. But no, it is definitely fun to learn about new animals. I just feel dumb because I'm like, well, definitely gonna forget this instantly. Okay. You know what? Let's just do some pink just for fun. Just for fun, let's do some pink. Okay, and then we're gonna do blue ocean. Bright blue ocean. Oh, maybe not bright blue. Let's do a dark. Nope, that's gross. Well, I used a blue that's too close to these other blues. Let's do a turquoise. We'll do like a tropical sea. How about that? Hey, Avocado, how you doing? It's good to see you. Alright. So this is my guess. I'm guessing it's a jellyfish. It's almost certainly not a jellyfish, but let's go find out. A common name... Well, they're kind of the same thing, I guess, but a common name would be like, for example... Like, common names aren't always helpful either. Like, I mean, there's definitely been times I've been tricked with a common name. One specific example comes to mind, mountain chicken. Look it up. It's not what you think it is. But you know, even that gives me a little bit more to go off of than a scientific name that I can't decipher. Let's find out what this is, though. The Thecacera pacifica. Is it a sea slug? Ah, I knew I should have done a sea slug. I was going to actually do a sea slug, but that's okay. This is the Pikachu sea slug. I already know. I don't even have to see the common name of this. This is the Pikachu sea slug. But I'm never gonna remember the scientific name. So they call it the Pikachu sea slug because it looks like Pikachu. Let's see. Pikachu nudibranch. Yep. See? I know the common name. Don't know the I'm never gonna remember the scientific name. There we are. So it has the same colors as Pikachu. It's the common name of this sea slug, or this nudibranch. Due to its resemblance to the Pokemon character. There's some photos of this online that really look like, so like this is a very famous one. It's like, oh, it's a sea slug that literally looks like it has Pikachu ears and Pikachu colors, so that's why they call it that. Oh look, it's laying its egg. That's the egg. I think this is like how they lay their eggs, actually. Sea Slug Forum is a fantastic resource. I love Sea Slug Forum. So like you would never get that from this view of the animal, but they're so cool. This one looks very Pikachu-y. I want to see the egg laying. Yeah, so it's laying its eggs right here. We found 2 strange specimens with black and white stripes. I love the Sea Slug Forum, you guys. Highly recommend the Sea Slug Forum if you want more information about sea slugs in general. In fact, I'm just going to link you straight to the Sea Slug Forum and not Wikipedia, because you get this running conversation with this machologist, I think is how you say it. It's like a nudibranch specialist, or like somebody who studies mollusks. Specifically these guys for this person, but it's from Bill Redman, who I have actually tried to reach out to because I really want to send him some fan art because I've used the Sea Slug Forum for years. He built this website, and basically it was like a website forum where people could like write in and ask questions and submit photos that they'd found of sea slugs all over the world, and then he would respond and help them identify it, and they'd have these conversations about it, and he gives so much information. This is almost certainly a color variant of Teeth pacifica. The only records I know are from the Western Indian Ocean, from Mozambique. So like he just has this like really great found knowledge of like where to find these animals, interesting things about them, who they're related to. I just think it's a really cool resource. And look at this. You can see like all this running commentary of this creature. Look at how many posts and back and forth there is just about this one sea slug. So if you ever want to learn more about nudibranchs, I cannot recommend Sea Slug Forum enough. I know there's other places. They don't update this website, unfortunately, anymore. It hasn't been updated since 2010, so when you click it, it might say, hey, this is a dangerous website. It's not. It's hosted by the Australian Museum. It's just out of date. It's just an older design. It's not an HTTPS website. It's like an older website. But I think it is extremely valuable and highly recommend the Sea Slug Forum. If you go to the species list, prepare yourself. I have gone through almost each one of these, and just like I make tabs and I'll just look at them and then find one that I think is interesting and look it up. And the Sea Slug Forum, finding this is actually what inspired my Sea Slug Dragon design series that I've been doing that I showed you guys earlier. So sorry, not to just like totally nerd out about Sea Slug Forum, but it's such a good resource, and a lot of the pictures I've used are from Sea Slug Forum. So anyway, I got this totally wrong, but thank you for educating us on the scientific name of the Pikachu nudibranch. I am certain to forget that in a week, but I'll try. It's definitely not going to happen though. I have no fancy tricks to help me remember this that I can think of. Yeah, nope, no idea. It's not gonna happen. But it's always fun to look at. It's always fun to look at them. Okay, let's go ahead. They call me Casey Slug Art, do they? do they call me that? Okay. So, yep, got that one totally wrong. It is a fun sea slug, though. Okay. Sea slugs have no right to be. I know, right, Loki? They're so cool. So is Pikachu named after this? This was named after Pikachu. Yeah. Wish I knew about this. It was available back when I was in high school. Yeah. Sea Slug Forum's incredible. Highly, like, guys, click that link and just go play. It's so much fun. Okay. At least I think it's fun. Anyway. I was the one who requested mountain chicken. Were you, Paradox Moose? Yeah, we do have them here. Oh, mountain chicken still... I still feel like I got that one right for my own local region because we have what we call a mountain chicken here in Colorado. It's technically I got it right. It's just that the mountain chicken you were referring to was a frog. But it's called a mountain chicken here too, but it's a ptarmigan. They call them mountain chickens. It is literally what everyone refers to them to as here. But that's okay. I'm not bitter. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just got really excited because I thought maybe I knew one for once, and I didn't. I mean, I did, but I didn't know the one you were trying to get me to draw. That's neither here nor there. Let's do a study. Okay. Oh, thank you, Fonty, for the lyric. I appreciate it. What is a chicken's favorite plant? Eggplant. Oh my goodness, Miss Arbles. Do you need some cheese? Do you need some cheese? There you go. That was cheesy. I'm gonna do a quick study of these lily pads. I think they're really pretty. And, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But, I'm probably gonna do a few color studies today because I feel like half the appeal of aquatic plants, and if anyone needs, references for aquatic plants, there are some pinned at the top of chat. You can also type !ref if you just want to get to my Pinterest board full of references and choose something else, to study. As always, if anyone sees anything that looks suspiciously AI, let me know. I do try to vet that really closely, but I did quickly pin a bunch of stuff this morning because my aquatic plants folder was kind of underwhelming. So, oh my gosh. Miss Christmas Cat getting me right back to back with another Draw Me an Animal. Okay, let me at least finish the shapes on these, and then we'll get to that. See, this is why I give you guys too many buttons to press. This is why I don't get anything done on stream. So Amaze, when you're mad at me for this, just know, just know, I'm trying my best, okay? I'm trying my best. You want to peel? Wait, what? Okay, let's see. I know my best will never be enough for you, Amaze, and I apologize, but I am trying my best. All right. I'm gonna do some shapes here. I really do like these like fun crinkly shapes actually that we're seeing here. Okay. These are also really pretty little flowers. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and do like a little color study of this. I'm gonna do another Draw Me an Animal. We'll see if I get this one right. Probably not. Just guessing, probably not. Yours doesn't shield tail. See, yeah, even the common names, I don't always know them. Like, people always think I know all the animals, but guys, I don't. There's a lot of animals out there. There's a lot of animals out there. You don't really have to be tricky with me. Like, did you know there's like 10,000 species of birds? Oh my gosh, Nerdowino, thank you so much for that sub. I appreciate that. Nerdowino, are you already in the party animal sub zoo? Have you picked a party animal? Would you like to be in the party animal sub zoo? Let me know. let me know. I would love to add you. I'm gonna be working on that between streams today on top of doing some other things. Hopefully I'll get all caught up and I can post that in the Discord. Maybe I'll work on it this afternoon, but I'd really like to get some other stuff done this afternoon, so we'll see. We shall see, folks. But, Nerduino, you think— oh yeah, that's right, you do have a bear. I think I did see that. Let me check. Nerduino, how you doing? We were just talking about you, actually, Nerduino. Guys, if you're not following Nerduino, make sure that you do. Does awesome space science here on Twitch. Talks about space news, was talking about cosmology being in crisis yesterday. It was very, very interesting convo that I got to listen to. And is also organizing the, oh, thank you for that follow, is also organizing the beach cleanup with Shark Geek. We were chatting about that earlier, and here do we know, I'm really excited about that. Let me just check. I think you're on the list, actually. As you can see, guys, I'm a little behind. Maybe you're already in here. Oh, there you are. You're a bear. Well, thank you. If you want me to add anything to your bear, let me know. Thank you for that that sub. I really, really appreciate that. 11 months is a lot. I guess it's already been that long. That's so crazy. You were the first one. That's probably why I forgot. But thank you so much, Nerduino. There's Nerduino's party animal at the Party Animal Sub Zoo. If anyone hasn't seen this before, this is only the 3rd month I've done this, so I'm still kind of tweaking it. But people wanted to celebrate, and I really appreciate that. So we did a party animal themed sub zoo. So if you want to be in the sub zoo, the way you get in is you sub or gift a sub to be added, or if you want to add detail, you can sub. But I appreciate the support, and let me know if there's anything I can add to it for you. If anyone wants color, it's 5 gift subs, or you can increase your sub tier to a tier 2 from a tier 1, and that will get you color as well. I think I priced it out, and that's about the same, if not cheaper, than the 5 sub bombs. Anyway, I just appreciate the support, everybody, and there's me. I'm the zookeeper. I have double hats. That's how you know it's a party. But I'll be working on this hopefully later today. So I hope you're doing well, Nerduino. And again, guys, make sure you go follow. Let's see. I'm going to do this Draw Me an Animal really fast, and then we are gonna finish a reference study. There's still time, I think, to predict potentially, or is that over now? Is the prediction still going? Anyway, hopefully you guys predicted. Sorry I didn't remind. Okay. The warning is still in place. Capital of Mini Nerd ship. Oh, the captain said they're fine. Okay, good, good. Well, I hope Mini Nerd continues to be safe, and I hope that Dr. Nerd is doing okay with the news. I'm sure that's stressful when your kid's out at sea during something like that. You love sea slick forms? Yeah, sea slick form is so good, right, Avocado? I'm so glad you like that too. So I got a Draw Me an Animal request from Christmas Cat that we're gonna do really fast. It is an iridescent shield tail. No idea what this is. Iridescent, is it a fish maybe? So I'm gonna look it up after the ads, but I'm gonna quickly draw it before the ads hit. And then we're gonna learn about it after the ads, okay? Iridescent shield tail. Maybe it could be a bird. Usually when I don't know, I pick a bird, a bug, or a fish. I don't know what a shield tail is. I don't know. I don't have any clue. Iridescent shield tail. I feel like birds and fish both tend to be somewhat iridescent, but maybe more so birds tend to be described as iridescent. So that's my only guess, is maybe it's a bird. So I'm just gonna draw a generic looking bird with maybe like a big tail. That's really shiny. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Maybe it's like a tropical bird. Okay. So this is my guess, and then I'm gonna color it, and then we're gonna learn about it after the ads, okay? So usually iridescence in birds is like greenish or purplish or bluish. It tends to be like cooler colors. So I'm gonna do like a darker bird, because they tend to come off of like the dark black feathers. And we're gonna make him like a shiny, maybe like a shiny green with some blue tinges or something. But yeah, I have no idea what this is. It could also be a bug, for all I know. Or it could be a sea slug. It could be anything. I know they have shield. They have shield-headed sea slugs. I wonder if it maybe is that. I don't know. I don't know. It could be all kinds of stuff. But at least I feel like I kind of have a shot. I don't know. Probably not, though. we're going to go into an ad break, so we're going to stretch, and then after the ads, we will learn about what this is together. So stick around after the ads if you'd like to learn together with me. Oh, and we have some fancy music playing now. Alright, there's my guess at this burb. I don't know what it actually is, but we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn together, guys. So I'm gonna pause for the ads here, and we're gonna stretch. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, just you know, arch the back, put the shoulder blades together, and hold. About 20 to 35 or 20 to 45 seconds actually. So what I like to do is explain it like you are making a C. Like you're taking this shape basically and you're overarching. So you're like, or a J, I guess, depending on how you're looking at it. But you're just like kind of like arching your back and pushing those shoulder blades together. I'm glad you like my burb, Christmas Cat. I'm sure I got it wrong. Just like the last one. But you know, can't win them all. In fact, I can't even win half of them usually. Usually fail most of these. Especially lately. You guys are getting really sneaky. Picking really hard ones. But yeah, push and hold, and then I just watch the ad timer basically. But this is basically going to strengthen those little muscles in your back and shoulders and neck, especially if you flex while you do it. You really want to like activate those muscles. Don't just passively hold your shoulders behind you, but really arch and push. And then after you're done with that, kind of relax. You're just going to unarch your back. So you go from this to this to this, essentially. This music got kind of loud. Hold on, let me turn this down slightly. I feel like it's blasting everybody out of their chairs. And we're also going to do some wrist rotations, some nice hand and thumb stretches. I don't ever do it this way. I know you can do it this way, but if you rotate the hand and do it upside down, it's supposed to be really good for you. And I think it does some really good stretches. So it should just be like a gentle pull on your wrist, your hands, your arms. Somebody recommended some forearm weight, like some forearm exercises that you can do that can also help with some wrist pain or like alleviate tendonitis problems or carpal tunnel problems. So I posted that in the, I think in the talk shop section of the Discord. But basically, if you have a 5-pound weight or like something similar, you could probably do these at home pretty easy. They're just like adding weight to like flex, to like strengthen all these muscles that kind of hold everything here. So I might start incorporating some of those actually into our little stretch breaks that we do during the ads. But thank you guys for stretching with me. This also eliminates pre-roll ads for folks coming in to check out the stream. So thank you for helping me make it hopefully a slightly better experience for people who are new to the stream. So I appreciate that. Alright, I think we are out of ads, so I am gonna go look this up. Let's see. Iridescent shield tail. Is it a fish? Is it another sea slug? Oh no, it's a snake! Wow, I definitely would not have gotten this, or obviously didn't. I never would have guessed it was a snake. Based on the name, wow. Okay, iridescent, so if you don't like snakes, fair warning, there's gonna be a very shiny snake on screen. Iridescent shield tail came up with this. So I got this 100. I got the colors right. Because iridescence in a lot of, at least land animals, tends to be this color, but I did not at all get the animal right. Commonly known as the 2-line black shield tail snake or iridescent shield tail snake. Interesting. It's known from only 3 specimens. Oh wow, so they don't know much about this animal at all. Why is it called a shield tail? It lives right here. Okay. Lives there in India. Why is the name a shield tail? The diameter of eye... Wait. What? The diameter... I don't understand this sentence. Yeah, this feels like a typo. The diameter of eye, 1/4 the length of the ocular shield, and the ventral is a little broader, twice as broad as the adjacent scales. I don't understand what I just read, but yeah, I wonder why it's called a shield tail. Is there more? Let's go up to the genus. Maybe there's more of these. Shield tail snakes. I want to know why the name is called that. So it's a burrowing snake. They're very primitive, indicating the presence of large keratinous shield at the tip of the tail. Oh. Oh, so it's like not a rattle, but it is like a thickened part of the tail, like the tail scales. Interesting. Interesting. I'd never heard of this before. Interesting. Okay, cool. So they have the tail is characteristic, ending in either an enlarged ridged scale with 2 points, or more often an upper surface with circular area covered with thickened spiny scales, or a much enlarged spiny plate. Interesting. The ventral, so the underside scales, are much reduced in size. So you have dorsal and you have ventral, just so everybody knows. The body is cylindrical and covered with smooth scales. Oh. I have never heard of this animal before. I've never heard of a shield tail snake. I can see what they're talking about though. So there's those like thickened scales. You can see the 2 points, the ridges. Interesting. It is really pretty. It's got that bright yellow underbelly. I wonder if it's venomous. I wonder if they tend to be venomous or not. I'm gonna link you guys to this. I don't have time to deep dive too much into it. I really want to. But if anyone knows or finds out if it's venomous. Kind of weird for a snake, because they're kind of all tail. Or at least they look all tail. Oh, it's non-venomous. Okay. I guess I must have missed that. But cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Never heard of that, a shield tail snake before. Learn something new every day. It's always fun to learn about new critters. It sounds like we don't know. It's a relatively newly recognized species, so we don't really know how many there are, it seems like. And I know there is a lot of issues in India with like collecting that kind of data, so there's a lot of animals in India. We just don't know the conservation status of. Could be that there's tons of them, could be that there's very few of them. It's like I feel like I was reading something about why this is the other day, but anyway, yeah, very cool. Well, it's linked in the chat if you guys want to learn more about it or share anything cool that you read about it. But I'm going to get back to the study session. My feathered snake? Thanks, Raga. I mean, very technically birds are reptiles, so I must say I got it like 10% right. But unfortunately, that's about as much grace as I can give myself there. It was not in fact a bird. Not in fact a bird. Yeah, I mean the color is the color, but that's just because iridescent was my clue there. And most iridescence, not all, but most iridescence tends to correlate to a darker animal with a bluish, like cool color iridescence, essentially. We have some chickens that have dark black feathers at the place I volunteer at, and there's like a green sheen to almost all of them, which is really pretty. Yeah, I did the avian version of the snake. So I'm not gonna do, I don't think I'm gonna do all of these. I'm just gonna do this one too. I'm gonna kind of shorten this study because I want to do more than just these today, but this should be plenty to do like a quick color study. I do really like some of the shapes in the water. There's some really lovely like environment type vibes you can get from these guys, these lily pads. I love the tall flowers kind of jutting out of the center of the lily pad. I think that's a lot of fun. I don't know what kind of lily pads these are, or if they even are lily pads. They're very pretty. And the background's really nice too. So let's color. Alright, I'm gonna be lazy today and just color select. Block stuff in. I just want to do like a general study of this, and then we'll move on to another one. I do like these broad painty brushes for stuff like this. It just kind of makes blocking go a little faster. We'll do light blue. And again, with a study, for anyone who's like not used to doing studies or not really familiar with how to do a study, just one of the things we talk about a lot is how it's important to keep in mind that the goal of a study shouldn't usually, unless you're trying to perfect a hyperrealism technique, it really shouldn't usually be to totally copy the image. That's not necessarily going to help you. Now, that doesn't mean to say you can't make a highly accurate study, It just means you have to think about what you're doing and why as you're doing it. So for me, my purpose in this study, the questions I'm asking as I draw are, what am I noticing about color? What am I noticing about light? What am I noticing about how those things impact the shape? And like how can I use those things to describe the shape of these large frondy leaves, right? So those are the things I'm trying to take away from this study. Now, that may not be your goal. Your goal may be to learn to draw really accurate, like lily pad. So you just have to keep your goal in mind. But the way that the way to kind of help yourself keep from copying on accident, if your long-term goal is to, you know, do more imaginative work, which I think is a lot of the people in this community, you want to be asking yourself questions like, what am I noticing? Well, I'm noticing that the underside is an extremely different color from the top side, at least on this species. And I'm noticing that that they kind of have like a frill around the edge. So it almost looks like it almost looks like you have like a cup supporting the central part, and then it kind of flows, the edges kind of flow out and kind of ruffle around the edges. So that's something I can remember. That's something I'm noticing that I can take with me if I ever want to go incorporate this into, you know, an illustration. So just taking little notes like that mentally as you're drawing really, really helps. Where was this photo taken? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's on my Pinterest board. It is a photograph as far as I can tell. And there, it looks like it's rtuan.com. So if you want to go look them up, I think there should be a link in my reference board to this as well. So if anybody wants to give some more context. I wish I had taken notes. They got rid of the ability to write notes on Pinterest pins, which I'm kind of sad about because I used those all the time to make little notes about like species or information that I knew about it, or like to update, like maybe it was tagged incorrectly. So I would say this is actually a this instead of a this. And I've lost all that now, which is kind of a bummer because I spent quite a bit of time making those notes, but oh well. Let's get the bow drawings out. Oh, true. My handwriting is really bad. I'm sorry. I probably need to rewrite this, honestly. It's been up there for a while. I need to shorten it to get the bad drawings out. But yeah, whoops. My handwriting is notoriously terrible. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Rodbad. Is color picking really all that helpful for a color study? It's not as helpful as it could be, but because I'm trying to get a bunch done, and I'm not trying to train my brain right now to find the color necessarily. I'm trying to take note of what I'm noticing that the color is doing. So yeah, if you really want to challenge yourself, it's probably a better challenge to try and find the color yourself. But I am on a time crunch. I've only got like 30 minutes left. So when I do studies like this on my own, I tend not to color pick, but you know, it's kind of personal preference, I think. You have to remember what your point is. My point isn't to train my brain right now to accurately define color. I mean, I could probably do that and get pretty close, but that's just not what I'm trying to do at the moment. There's lots of ways to do a color study. It's not just to identify accurate color, but that is definitely a valid way to do a color study. For me, it's more about understanding like where colors are changing and why, and how like why do I like this palette? Like, what is it that stands out to me about the palette, and how can I use that in a future illustration? Hey Science, how you doing? It's good to see you. It's not there. I'm not sure what you mean, Science Streams. To what do you refer? This is not a thing that I'm doing. I don't even know what that would entail. I literally know nothing about how you would even. Don't you just apply? Is there actually a push? Like that's too much pressure for me, Science. But I appreciate your enthusiasm and support as always. Guys, go follow Science Stream if you aren't already following Science Streams. Has been doing some really incredible scientific interviews on their stream lately. Also runs a podcast and a YouTube channel, and just basically is superhuman, and I don't know how he fits it all in. So if you want to just go be in awe of somebody who works way too much, probably go hang out with Science Streams, but also has really cool things to say about science communication, and is a fantastic answerer of questions. Loves to answer questions. Is very generous with the question asking. Hey Circle. How's it going? It's good to see you, each of the 2YPie. Another great educational streamer here on the platform. Everybody just, you know, everybody, as I always say, very unhelpfully, everybody follow everybody. There's so many cool folks in the chat. I'm always honored by the presence of everybody in here. I feel like at least half of the people in my chat are streamers. I wonder if that's true for most chats, or if that's just something that has happened here, or maybe it's like more common in certain parts of Twitch. I actually don't know. I don't know what the percentage ratio of streamers in chat on an average Twitch stream is. Follow all. Yes, follow all. Exactly. That's what I mean, it's not the most helpful information. But I think it's great. I think everyone's great. 87%. Is this one of those 90% of all stats are made up on the spot situations? Or did you actually, is this actually like an actual thing you can look up? I wonder. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah, happy Wednesday indeed, each of the 2YPie. We are just doing some aquatic plant studies. I'm probably going to do some algae as well. I found out recently that algae is not actually a plant. Kind of blew my mind a few weeks ago, months ago. I can't remember when I found out. I guess I had just assumed it was a plant. I get technically, and maybe, I don't know, maybe science or somebody can speak to this more than me. I think technically it does fall under like the very broad plant. What is it, plantae or something? I don't know if that's the same thing as the plant kingdom, but it's you know, they use photosynthesis, right? And so that they fall under that category, but it's not technically like what we would think of as a plant. It's an algae, which totally blew my mind. So I guess my whole life I just assume, it looks like plant, must be plant. It is not plant, apparently. Plantain, thank you. So helpful. You can look up your followers and look. Oh, can you? Every time I've ever clicked the who's following thing, it's just this indecipherably long list of, like, people who have followed recently. Never actually looked into that. It's a type of microorganism, yeah, and some of them are colonial organisms too. It's an interesting group of organisms. I guess I don't want to say critters, but I also want to say plants. How did you find that out, Raga? Raga, you're such a Twitch wizard. I don't understand how you know the things you know. %. Wow. Kind of like plankton. Yeah, exactly, Dracon, yeah. So, there was a lot of plants that I thought were plants that are actually algae. I put seagrass in there as well. I think seagrass has some really fun textures. I'm probably going to do at least one kelp forest study, just because I think they're really cool. But these are just quick little colored studies here to kind of help me make some visual notes about some of the things I'm noticing. Like what is the ratio of these long, like, upright fronds to these broad leafy plants, and why do I find that interesting, and how can I remember that to incorporate it in a future background or something. So those are the kinds of things I'm focusing on in this study. Again, I'm not totally focusing necessarily on complete photo accuracy. I'm trying to commit this to memory. So you always have to keep in mind, I know I said this before, but just in case anyone missed it, try to keep in mind what your purpose is in the study, right? It's okay to stylize a little bit. You don't want to go totally off the rails and just make it 100% imagination, because then at that point it's not really a study. It's more using reference to make a drawing. But you know, if your purpose of the drawing is to learn, then it's basically a study. Even if it's not, even if it's only taking elements, right? It doesn't negate the fact that it's a study. Like, this is not a complete one-to-one, and that's okay. It's not. I'm not trying to do that. So I hope that's helpful. I don't know if that is helpful. I know we have people at all different ages, or well, ages, but also stages is what I was trying to say, of the art journey, and of like levels of art seriousness too. We have a lot of hobbyists. Like, there's, you know, we're just trying to encourage all folks at any stage on the art journey of who want to anyway, to kind of come together and hold each other accountable and just do some studies to improve our skills, whatever skills we're trying to build. So again, thank you all for being here. But I do get a lot of questions about that, so I'm trying to be better about clarifying every once in a while on the stream, just as people kind of come in and out of lurk. Yeah, so that means if 30% are affiliates, that means there's probably a higher percentage that are streamers, as well. Although now that they changed the affiliate requirements, I bet more and more streamers are going to be hitting affiliate fairly soon. It's kind of like a more, like everyone can be monetized now, just about. So I bet that number is going to increase quite a bit for most people and most communities. Because I feel like a lot of Twitch users at some point at least kind of try streaming, even if they don't stick with it. Just to like hang out with their friends and play games and stuff. But I actually don't know. I don't know what the percentage of people on Twitch who actually stream versus just hang out in chats and like have no interest in streaming. I don't know what that is. Maybe there's a fancy way to see that stat too. Somewhere. And for anyone who is wanting to share a study, we are going to be looking at the stuff in the Discord in about 30 minutes. So if you just got here and you wanted to do a study, it's not too late, you still have time, but also don't rush. I always say, no, take your time, get what you need to out of it. We do this every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, unless I'm, on vacation, like I will be next week. Which, by the way, if anyone missed that, this is the last art gym until the 11th, so you've got a lot of time to post. I'm anticipating either no studies between now and then, or a lot of studies, because people have a lot of time to do studies on their own between now and the 11th, so yeah, feel free to drop those things. It's probably due to Casey pressuring. Are you speaking about like a specific instance, Amaze? I'm not quite sure what you mean. It's all out of love. All out of love and encouragement, hopefully. No, I hope that's not really why you're doing it, Amaze. I hope you're just teasing me. I hope you're just teasing me. You would never disappoint me. I have taken breaks from streaming before. Sometimes you have to. I mean, heck, you've been around long enough to know there were like years where I streamed like twice in a year. Like, come on, Amaze. Stop it. There's definitely been times where I didn't stream at all. Art with Boback. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for that follow. Been lurking and doing lawn works. Oh, no worries, Zenith. I hope the lawn work is going well. I actually wore my new tennis shoes today because I'm like, man, I need to get more exercise when I'm at the studio. I might take a break today if I have time and go for a walk. I probably won't have time, but I need to, like, I'm starting to realize I never am gonna have time. Like, there's always something I need to be doing, and I've got to start prioritizing my physical health a little bit more because I've just been spending way too much time sitting and drawing and working and not moving Monday through Wednesday. And I used to be a lot better about this and like making time to do it. So yeah, I wore my good walking shoes today to hopefully encourage me to at least take a little, like maybe 20-minute walk or something, because there's a mountain right there next to me, guys. Like, I think I've walked on it maybe 3 times in as many years, because I just get so focused here at the studio and I feel like I can never take the time to go walk, but I just need to. So wish me luck. Hopefully I can make that happen today. And if you're like me and you work too much, and you don't walk enough, maybe we can should we start a walking club? Do you guys want to start a walking club? We can be accountable to that too, because boy, it turns out I just need accountability all the time, apparently. You'll walk? Okay, who else is gonna walk today? We'll check in. We'll check in this afternoon and see who actually walked. We'll do a little mini accountability session. If anybody wants their goal today to go for even just a little walk, let me know in the chat, and then we can check in this afternoon. We'll just have a very impromptu accountability. Start doing those wrist exercises. Nice. Yeah, I gotta keep your wrist strong. I need to do more of those, for sure. Yeah, cardio is super important for longevity and heart health, so just doing weights is not enough. And I definitely need to be more conscious of it in my daily practice. Actually, I've always wanted to try one of those exercise accountability apps. Like what? Like gamify it for you and your friends? Oh, is there... Can you share what you mean? A dark blue tiger? Okay, Raga, I think are you doing the thing where you leave off part of the name? Somebody else did this a while ago, where they used part of the common name, but not the full common name. Dark blue tiger what? I know there's not actually a dark blue tiger. So it's obviously not a tiger. Is it a dark blue tiger fish? Is this really the whole name? I feel like I'm being trolled now. Just mercilessly trolled. Okay, alright, alright, alright. You know what, we'll just do it. It's fine. That is the full common name? What? Rude. Rude. You guys are intentionally finding tricky ones. Tiger fish, maybe? Dark blue tiger? Butterfly? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. We'll do it in a minute. But yeah, well, don't give me any hints in chat. Don't give me any hints. Look, feel free to look it up yourself. I'm just asking questions to the ether. Okay, ignore me. Ignore my flailing. I have a very constantly running external monologue. Apparently, turns out I'm an audio processor, and streaming is not helping. My constant verbal onslaught has gotten so much worse since I've started streaming again. Oh my gosh. I wonder if other streamers do that. Or if it's just me slowly going crazy. Just like finding myself talking to myself sometimes out loud, out of habit. Just like a running commentary on my life. Does that anyone else? Please tell me somebody else does that in chat so I don't feel crazy. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I'm going to turn into one of those crazy old ladies who just wanders the street flailing and muttering to themselves. It's gonna happen. I can already see it. Crazed artist wanders the streets of Colorado. Not just you. You almost talk more than the missus now. Nice. Well, congrats. Welcome to the Talkie Club. You mutter? See, mine has gone to full-blown just talking. It's no longer a mutter. Usually it's mostly like what shall I have for lunch, chat? I don't even say chat. I'm literally just talking, and I catch myself and I'm like, has this always been my habit? Or is this because I'm streaming and I'm used to talking to nobody now? Or, I mean, not that I'm talking to nobody, but there's like physically nobody here. And then I just catch myself and I'm like, I sound crazy. I'm just, like, if anybody was just watching me live my life, I would just look insane. I don't know. Not all the time, but like every once in a while it happens. I'm like, hold up. You've always talked to your dog. I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog. When I had a dog, I did talk to the dog. Who doesn't talk to their dog? Who is out there ignoring their puppy? Come on. Come on. Everyone talks to their dog, right? That's totally normal. That's normal, right, chat? Everyone talks to their animals. You guys talk to your cat, I'm sure. Nobody's out there ignoring their pets and not speaking to them as if they're, you know, able to understand us. That's a normal thing. Right? You talk to the birds. Exactly. I talk to the squirrels. See, now I do sound like a crazy lady. I talk to all the animals. I talk to the chickens. Thank you, Avocado. Thank you. Okay. See, that's a normal human thing. I refuse to think that's not normal. Humans, we definitely anthropomorphize animals and talk to them. That is not... What I feel like maybe isn't normal is me just commenting on me making dumb mistakes as I walk around my house or my apartment, or just like having a running dialogue of what's happening. Like, well, what do I do next? Oh, I guess I'll go make lunch. Time to do this. And then I'll just stop and be like, why did I say that out loud? And there's nobody here to say that to. I already know that I'm doing this. So why am I... What's happening? You know? It's a weird time. It's a weird time, chat. Okay, this water is so clear that I literally... The only thing that's even kind of differentiating it as water for me is the fact that it's slightly darker, which is interesting to note, which is something I can keep in mind if I ever want to do like a mirror image, like reflection of something, on a still water instead of like rippling water. So that's good for me to think about. I guess there's like 1 or 2 ripples that I can kind of see, but they're very slight. I feel like this water is extremely still. So I'm just going to take a mental note of that. I'm not going to actually like mirror image this right now and do all that stuff. But I do want to take some notes here of some of these fun colors I'm seeing. See some petals on the ground, or on the surface of the water, which are nice. See some nice oranges. So I'm trying to take notes of these colors. If we could talk to animals, oh my gosh. I wanted to be Dr. Dolittle so bad as a kid. I loved that movie. Rex Harrison. It's great. Classic older film that I'm a big fan of. You feel like for most animals the convo wouldn't be interesting? Why do you think that? I'm curious why you think that. I feel like it would be fascinating. Although I guess some of them would probably just be like, food, 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 food. Mate, 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 mate. But to be fair, there's some humans that talking to them feels like that as well. So, at least as interesting as some humans. I think just the novelty of talking to an animal would make it interesting. When we had a dog, we'd ask her, "Where's name?" in a super excited tone, and she'd stare at the door. Aw. I had a Cocker Spaniel that was, well, we had one that was a family pet. It wasn't just mine, but he was pretty smart. He was really good at knowing what it was that we were asking of him. And he didn't have, like, the stereotypical cocker problems. Like, he didn't pee himself when he got excited, and was generally pretty chill. He definitely got excited and wiggly, but not in the extreme. Okay. Let's do this drumming animal. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so much spam calls. Your dog's mom was a cocker. Oh, that's cute. So you have a mix? What kind of mix? Yeah, he was a cocker. Oh, I've heard of that. Everybody is mixing everything with poodles these days. A cockapoo? Is that what they call them? Oh, he was a good little doggo. Name was Corky. Corky the cocker. He lived to be like 16 and a half. It's like pretty good long life for a little guy. I do miss him. He actually passed away like a couple months after I moved to Colorado, and I've always felt a little guilty about that. Like, ugh. I really wish he would have made it until I visited in November, but I think he died like a few weeks before. Alright, dark blue tiger. I don't know what this is. Dark blue tiger. Could be a fish. Could be a lizard. I can't believe this is the full common name. This feels like it's lacking a descriptor. Dark blue tiger. Could be a butterfly. I'm trying to think of things that are often blue. I would say maybe a bird or a bug is gonna be my guess. Or a fish. It could be a fish. So basically it could be the three things that it always is when I don't know what it is. So dark blue tiger. You know what, let's do another bird. Since I have no idea at all. Got that one wrong. I'm just preemptively gonna get this one wrong, I think. But let's just do another bird. Eventually it's gonna be a bird. Unless people are intentionally not picking birds. But let's make a burb. It's probably a fish. I don't care. We're gonna do a burb. I bet it's a fish. I should just draw a fish. But last time I switched and I started to draw the right thing and then I changed my mind and drew the wrong thing, I was so sad about it. So we're just gonna stick with bird. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Probably wrong. Alright, dark blue tiger. Make it dark blue. Poodles are supposed to be hypoallergenic. Yeah, that's what I've heard. They've gotten really, those poodle mixes have gotten really popular. I've also seen a lot of like mixing large breeds with smaller breeds to get like short-legged dogs, which is kind of a funny aesthetic, but I also kind of wonder about the health of doing. I don't know. Like, have you guys seen what I'm talking about? Like, I've seen like a lab that was mixed with a like had to be a dachshund or something, and I'm certain it had to have been that the mom was the lab, almost certainly. But like, this was like the longest, squattest looking. It basically had a giant lab head with like a weirdly, almost like long basset hound looking body. It was so interesting. I hope it was an accidental breeding and not like an intentional cross, because that feels like a big risk to like produce a female that would be small and have to possibly give birth to something with large genes. Like, I imagine that would not be good to encourage. Genetically, but it was a very funny looking animal for sure. Alright, we're just gonna do a stripy, basically what looks like a stripy blue jay. I don't know why I decided to do this, but it's obviously wrong. There's no way this is correct. We're just gonna do it anyway, because it's, you know, it's whatever. I'm being set up for failure anyway, so I should just give up on ever getting these right. Okay. So there's my dark blue tiger. It's probably a fish. I'm now feeling like I should have drawn a fish, but I did not. I drew a bird. So that's what we did. If it's even a bird at all, I will be shocked. We're gonna put it on a little branch, and let's learn about it. Dark blue tiger. Anything mixed with a corgi will look like that, but corgi form. Alright, dark blue tiger. It's an insect. It's a butterfly. That was one of the ones I said. Yep. Dark blue tiger. Should have done the butterfly. Oh well. It wasn't a fish, so I would have gotten it wrong either way. But I was going to draw a fish. It is a Danid butterfly. Or Danid butterfly found in the Indian subcontinent. It's pretty. I think I did say butterfly is one of my options, but it's very pretty. I don't know. We are doing a butterfly study at some point. Maybe I'll add this to one of the studies. Because I don't know a whole lot about butterfly anatomy or like how to draw them. Here's the pupa. Oh, here's the caterpillar. It's very pretty actually. That caterpillar is nice. I like that. Very tigery actually. Extremely tiger looking caterpillar. Very cool. The species closely resembles this one. No, it's pretty distinct, I would say. Well, actually, no. I think I would mix those up. They look pretty darn close to me. Sufficiently distinct to be easily recognized even on the wing. Is it? Is it sufficiently distinct? I think if I saw these side by side, I would not know that they weren't the same species. Is that just me? Am I missing something really obvious about the difference between the blue tiger and the dark blue tiger? Because I guess maybe slightly darker blue on the underside of the wing, but you guys, I don't think I would recognize the difference. I guess there's... Yeah, no, these are really close to me. I'm obviously not cut out to be any kind of a bug scientist. What are those? It's not, what's that called when you're, it's not an ichthyologist, that's a fish. What's the ones that study bugs? Insectologist? I don't think that's right. Anyway. Entomologist, there it is. I knew it had to start with an S sound, I just couldn't remember. Entomologist, that's right. Yeah, I'm not an entomologist. Not even a little bit. Species one of the most dominant. Oh, making up 70% of the population during the migratory season in southern India. That's cool. They live around the Himalayas. Oh, neat. Yeah, you guys, I don't know what they're talking about. It's sufficiently distinct to be easily recognized, even on the wing. The wing shape looks the same to me. I guess the wings are slightly more up when they're spread out, at least in this photo. These look more maybe downward, like moth-like. But you guys, this is not like when they're closed, I would say that looks basically the same. Like there's no way. I would not be able to tell the difference. Would not know. What time does Sean Connery arrive at Wimbledon? 10ish? Oh my gosh, stop. Mayor of Canada, my goodness. Someone please hurl cheese. Well, if you want to learn more about this, dark blue tiger, which is neither really dark blue or a tiger, you can learn about it here. I got it totally wrong. Alright, let's go back to the studies. Thank you, Raga. You tricked me. Everyone has... I've failed all of these today. So preemptively just went ahead and said no, so I got all of them wrong today. Yeah, didn't get a single one. Too hard. It's a more intense black. Is it? Or is that just a bad photo? No. I don't know. It could also be the lighting of the photo too, because the underside of the wings looks the same to me on both. I have no idea. I could never tell the difference, I don't think. Let's do another plant study. Because I bet people were expecting me to do at least 2. Okay. To be fair, the color does take more time, I guess. I want to do a kelp one, even though kelp, again, are technically algae. I brought into the topic today to be aquatic plants and algae. Even though they're probably not in the same group, I really like the way kelp forests look. If you've never seen a kelp forest before, here's a picture of one. They're beautiful. Don't pay no mind to whatever that is, but here's the kelp forest. They're really pretty, and you can get some really, really lovely, like, environmental effects that I think are really cool. Actually, this one's really pretty. Really cool for backdrops for stuff. But anyway. I'm gonna do just like a study of the algae itself, more so than like a painting this time. So I'm just gonna pick one that does kind of a close-up. I had one selected, I thought. Where did that go? Oh, here we go. Perfect. This is the one I choose. Let's do a quick little color study, but more about like the structure of the kelp. Such a pretty photo though. I do quite enjoy this. Oh, welcome in. Kudo, I'm sorry that I missed you, I think. I'm sorry if I missed anybody else. Get a little distracted sometimes. When you said butterfly, I thought you'd get it. Yeah, I should have gone with butterfly. But there's just too many, yeah, there's just too many options of things I don't know what they are. They're usually a bug, a bird, or a fish, so I gambled. Gambled and lost. This is why you don't gamble, kids. Unless it's on channel points. Or how many, you know, studies you think I'll do. That's the one acceptable gamble. Yes, kelp forests are really pretty. Alright, so I'm just gonna do like a quick little study of the kinds of shapes that this kelp is making. We've got this like long structure here. I just love the flow too, like taking note of like how it moves in the water I think is really interesting and helpful as well. So that's part of the point of my study with this, on top of just trying to learn how to draw kelp. It's also about, like, again, filling that creative bank account, that visual library. So as long as you're trying to keep in mind what the purpose of your study is, as long as that purpose is to learn, then you're doing it right, you know? If you're trying to copy, unless you're trying to get, like I always say, unless you're trying to develop a hyperrealism style, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but just keep in mind the purpose of what you're trying to learn, and try to make that the focal point of your study. Like, again, for me, it's more about, like, getting this down in a way that will help me remember it for, you know, if I ever wanted to do, like, an underwater illustration. That's the purpose of all of my studies, really, is to make me better at drawing things from imagination and just filling up that visual library of things to pull from with my imagination. So, yeah. Oh no, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Hey Zix, how's it going? It is the wingtips of the butterfly, which are light or dark, not the shade of blue. Oh. Yeah, I still wouldn't be able to tell them apart. You guys are just better at identifying butterflies than I am, clearly. I'd be like, yep, that's a black butterfly with blue spots on it. Must be insert whatever species, and that's just what I would call it for both of them. They probably also live in the same region, I would imagine. They have to be at least related. They look too similar not to be. Guys, my PC is making loud noises again. It's freaking me out. I don't know why it's doing this all of a sudden. Nothing should be updating. Let me close the subview. Maybe just having stuff open is stressing it out. It doesn't seem to be overheating. I've got the monitor on. It's got very average temps. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Let me close Pinterest. I bet Pinterest is the problem. Yep, there it goes. It was Pinterest. It's just all those dang videos that they run. Kind of just turns the PC on. Did you get your AC fixed? I mean, it worked the other day, or like yesterday. It was working okay. So I don't know if it was just like overheated, maybe like it had been on for too long. I don't know what happened. I did kind of shake it around in case there was some Freon that was like caught somewhere, but I didn't really do anything else. I didn't open it and check a filter. I don't know. I'm just trying to add as few things to my to-do list as possible right now. So as long as it's working, I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, it was more concerning the other night because it seemed like it was drawing more power than it should be because it kept making my lights flicker like a lot when it was turning on. And so I just felt like maybe there was something shorting, and I didn't want to short the studio because it's kind of a pain to go to the box where I can fix that. So it's kind of in an inconvenient place. That was weird. Why is it? Oh, here we go. That's fine. I really also like this these faded colors back here are really fun. Like this like gentle implication of kelp is nice. I like these shapes a lot. I want it to be just like barely darker than the background though. Yeah, the AC is not actually on right now. It's cool enough outside in the morning here in Colorado that it's not too bad. It's more in the afternoon that I start to need it. So that's one of the many nice things about living in a climate that is dry with very little humidity is that it just like doesn't retain temperature very easily. So like at night it gets pretty cold because it's a desert. That's what happens in the desert, and that's why. It's because there's no humidity to hold the temperature in the air. So it's pretty cool. Usually it's in the 50s in the morning, which is quite nice. I'm Not sure what the temp is right now. It might be in the upper 60s, but I'm in the shade, so there's a big tree over my studio, so it keeps it pretty cool. 75 degrees before 4. Yeah, that happens if you live in a place with humidity. I mean, there were times in Texas I would wake up at 5 a.m. and it would already be 92 degrees because it never cooled down from the previous day because it was so stinking humid where I lived. I do not miss that. It's one of the many, many nice things, like I said, about living in Colorado. Gotta love a nice dry climate. Yep, 90% humidity will do it. Yep, for sure. Yeah, where I grew up in Texas, the humidity tended to run, I think. I'm not sure if this is totally accurate, but my understanding was it was typically between like 60 and 80% humidity outside. Just like all the time. Sometimes higher, sometimes much higher, but I didn't live in a coastal area, but I did live where there was a bunch of lakes, and so my guess is that's why it just was kind of like humidity would just like hang over the area. So it was always very unpleasant in the summer. Big part of why I don't live there anymore. Got tired of that. Did enough of that. %59% humidity, yeah. It'll do it. Doesn't take much. Anytime in Colorado we get above 30% humidity, it feels like a heat wave. It's pretty rare. I would say we don't typically get over. I think 50% humidity is like shockingly high humidity for here. So we really don't have too much of that problem. Unless pretty much the only time it's humid in Colorado is if there was recently rain and it just like raises the humidity temporarily, but the baseline humidity here is usually in the teens. I think it's really, really low. Like to the point that static is a problem. Like whenever, so one of the things that when I moved here and was like, oh, I'm gonna build a PC, everybody from Colorado was like, make sure you use like anti-static stuff. Like I don't think it's as much of an issue on modern PCs, but at the time, back in 2015, a lot of the units were still susceptible to like static, and just walking across the carpet here in socks will definitely absolutely cause static. Sometimes just getting out of bed in the morning, I'm really, really staticky. It's just really dry. And that was definitely something I was not used to growing up in Texas. I was like, this is so strange. Learning about anti-static mats for the first time. Yep. Apparently a lot of people use them still here in Colorado, even though they are not necessarily needed anymore. It's just like an overabundance of caution. I have a friend that tells a story about like basically shorting her PC or like breaking it because she vacuumed too close to the tower, which was sitting on the floor, and it like shocked I think it just totally like killed the motherboard or something. It was like a much older computer, but still. Just a lot of paranoia about that up here for the PC builders. So I get shocked a lot. Yeah, a fair bit. I mean, not like, I guess not like a ton, but it's not like unheard of. It happens a lot at night when it's when all the humidity is out of the air, more so than the day. There's a little more humidity during daytime because the sun's heating up whatever moisture there is and kind of bringing it out. But do you have a UPS? What do you mean? Do I have a UPS? What? Do you mean like a backup power supply? Is that what you're asking? Hey Ernesto, how are you? Good to have ya. Yeah, El Paso I'm sure is pretty dry too. That's basically the desert. I do not have one. It's on my list of things I'd like to have one day, but I do not have a backup or supply. I looked into it, and with the power of the PC that I have right now, I would basically, even with like the $200, like even the upper end ones, it would basically only be buying me like 2 minutes of extra on time if I were to lose power suddenly. Which I guess is enough time to like shut down, right? But still, I just didn't feel like it was worth it at the time. Maybe if I, you know, get to a place where I have a lot of like high, you know, like even this, like I saved right now, but if it were to crash, it wouldn't be like, you know, the end of the world if I lost this. It's just a study. So, I don't know, if I ever start working on maybe like more like high, I don't know, high risk pieces where it's like, shoot, this is a big client, like I don't want to miss any of this work, and I can afford to pay for one, maybe I'll do that, but it just hasn't really seemed like it's been totally necessary yet. It'd be nice to have, don't get me wrong, like it'd be nice to have one. It's still on my list of things I'd like to own someday and like to have as part of my build, but it's just not. That's if you're running on full power. That's true, that's true. But I do have a really powerful PC. It might buy me a little extra time, but I don't know. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. It probably is rated to, like, if everything is running at max, how much time you have, like if you're playing a big game or something. But, you know, if I'm running Photoshop or I'm running video editing or I'm running some kind of other big heavy usage program, that's basically like running a high usage, like a high power draw game or something. It's part of why gaming PCs are basically the best PC for art making, if anybody out there is thinking about getting into digital art. And you don't want to build your own PC, just get a gaming PC, because you're basically going to need the same specs to run all the visual stuff that you'll be needing. People who look at my specs are always like, wow, you have such a great gaming PC. I'm like, nope, it's just for art. I don't play any games on this. I'm sure it would be a good gaming PC, but... Although, I don't know, I don't trust this PC still. There's something wrong. It's still, every once in a while, will give me a random blue screen, and I do not know why. And I've never had a PC crash as much as this one. So I feel like something is not right. There's either some hardware that's messed up, or I got a lemon piece of something, or... I don't know what happened. I just haven't had time to do a whole lot more tests on it, unfortunately. It hasn't been happening often enough to warrant taking a whole day to do the research and troubleshooting like I've had to do in the past for the other issues, but... I don't know. It is frustrating. It's annoying not feeling like the whole reason I dropped the money that I did on this PC was so I wouldn't have to have issues for at least a few years, you know? And I basically started having issues like 3 months into it. I did figure out that issue. I figured out one of the problems finally, but it's really annoying to not feel like you can trust your machine. Bummer. Because my other one has always been so good. I think it had maybe one crash, one or two, in its entire 10-year lifespan. And I built that one as well, so I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. One of these days I'll have time to look into it, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Boy, anyone else just want to roll up some trash now? Alright, I think I'm about done today, guys. I got these two. I think that's all I'm going to get to. We are going to go into Discord now and see what you guys got up to. Oh, no we're not. We have an ad starting. Okay, I'm going to do a few more details until the ads roll, and then after the ads we will look at what you guys did. So if anybody, you know, needed a little more time, you got like 7 minutes or so. Maybe fewer. Maybe 5 to 7 minutes. And then we're going to look at the Discord, so... Feel free to get your stuff in there if you want to. Okay, there's definitely a lot more kelpie stuff back there, but I think this is all I'm gonna draw for now. Okay. Can't wait till you finally build a new PC. Yeah, nice. Good luck. Hey Kev, how's it going? Oh, we have some fun facts about plants. Hold on, let's read these. Scientific fun facts about aquatic plants. 1. These plants grow underwater and are able to because they're all scuba certified. That's true. Very scientific. 2. Casey's favorite aquatic plant is that one. Points over there. Yeah, no, that's fair too. Yeah. Sometimes while swimming in the ocean, Casey likes to imagine that she's a mermaid living in the kelp across from the Krusty Krab. I don't know if that one's true, but thank you for your scientific fun facts, Kev. It's good to see you. Hope you're well. We are starting an ad break here, so if anybody wants to stretch along with me, that's all we do during the ads is we stretch. So feel free to join me in a little stretch break, and then we're going to look at what you guys drew. So I'm going to arch the back, push the shoulder blades together, and hold about 20 to 45 seconds as we do. And you just want to flex. This is a really good one for posture. You can also do some shoulder rolls, some neck rolls. I sometimes try to like push my neck back to kind of align it with the spine as I'm doing this. It's kind of awkward looking on stream, but you know, what are you gonna do? But yeah, this is essentially gonna straighten out and overcorrect for any bad posture habits you might have. And then after about 20 to 45 seconds, you just relax. You unarch your back. So you're not gonna re-roll your shoulders, but you're basically going like, you're going from this to just relax, right? So it's like this, this, that. And hopefully, over time, if you do that, whenever you notice your shoulders rolling forward, which is what I try to focus on, it's like, okay, shoulders are going forward, time to do the stretch. Over time, it helps you to just kind of sit more upright naturally. And like this posture of sitting upright does not feel weird to me like it used to. So it does work over time. You just have to give it time. The other one I'm going to do is a couple of, actually, let's do some wrist rotations. I feel like I need to do more of these. So you can do some wrist rotations, you can do forward, little like rev the motorcycle is what I call them, and then go backwards. Do like 10 or so. Do some rotations, do the prayer pose if you like. Well, thank you, Zillard, for that follow. Push your little hands, guys. Push your little hands down to your belly button, or your big hands, or your average size hands. I don't know why I said little hand. You can push that toward your belly button. That's called the prayer pose. So that's a really good one too. It's basically the same thing as this. So if you want to do this stretch, you just take your hands, basically point your hand at your fingers at the floor, and then gently pull the fingers and thumb toward your body. It's a nice little stretch. It's supposed to help a lot with wrist pain, tendon issues, if you're doing any kind of repetitive motion, you know, whether it's drawing or gaming or writing or, you know, sewing. There's all kinds of little tiny, you know, playing on your phone. Over time, that is going to cause damage if you don't stretch out pretty occasionally. So we try to do a once an hour stretch to help keep our wrists and our hands and fingers healthy. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, as they say. So yeah, that's what we're up to. And that should just about get us out of ads. I'm also going to hydrate. Everyone hydrate, please. And then as soon as the ads are done, we are going to go hop into the Discord and see what you guys got up to today. Go get that ready. Okay. Looks like we're out of ads, I think. So I'm gonna go into the Discord here. Doing a quick scroll to make sure there's nothing that's not work safe in the art gem. Looks good. Looks good. Alright. Scroll. Let's go see what you guys have posted since yesterday. We had some belated tiger studies from yesterday. Wow! Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, PJ. That was very kind. And you just hit my pit skull today. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you kindly, BJ. Like Colorado Static just got shocked. I see what you did there. To find a cute sketch on the mail. Thank you, BJ, for your support. I appreciate that. I'm glad it got to you. If anybody else wants a sketch in the mail, at a certain tier on Patreon, I think it's the big fan tier, you can get a sketch in the mail every month from me. So if anybody wants that, you can check that out there. But thank you, BJ. That was very kind. You did not have to throw in an extra tip on top of your Patreon tip. But that 1,000 bits, holy cow. Yes, that was quite the jump scare. Was that really loud for you guys, or was that just on my end? I did lower all of the alert sounds yesterday, but it's possible I missed some, so let me know if that was too loud, and I'll make sure to edit it on my side. Okay, so when we do the art gem show and tell, we go to, it was loud for you? Okay, I'll lower it. Loud but fun. I'll lower it just a little. Most of them I lowered quite a bit yesterday, so hopefully that most of them aren't just like hurting anybody who's got headphones on. So, sorry in advance to anyone. You got a little jump scared too? Sometimes just the sudden sound is enough to jump scare even if it's not loud. This one's from Ral. Looks like a tiger study. Made myself mostly commit through ink. Ooh, that's it. That's intense. I don't often just draw in straight ink, but well done. Well done. Very nice tiger face study. Love the teeth, especially. You did a really nice job on the structure there and that foreshortening. The eyes look really nice. The face wrinkles and such. Really, really lovely, Ral. Thank you so much for sharing. Hey, Irish John Gaves, it's good to see you. How are you doing today? If you guys aren't already following Irish John, by the way, you should go follow Jern. Game dev here on Twitch does, I think the Germ Jam is coming up soon. Partner Kate, hey, it was because of all the support from the awesome communities here on Twitch that happened. So thank you again to everybody who helped me reach partner. That happened last week. So it's a relief to have it done. But I do appreciate everybody's help, and thank you for the congrats. But no, you guys should go follow Jern. Very fun to hang out with, and if you want to learn game dev and programming and stuff, he's good at answering questions about that too. But Ral, this looks great. Thank you so much for sharing. Always fun to see some more studies. And again, this is a great example too of like, don't feel like you have to do the topic. Like, pick a topic you like or pick a past topic. And let us see your study. Help us to be encouraged by your study. Yeah, everyone who posts in here, it's always very encouraging to see all these because it always makes me want to do more studies. When I see other people practicing, I kind of want to practice too. So yeah, I wanted to focus, says Zenith, next up, I wanted to focus on the muscles and contours of the headless tiger. The stripes can make great contour lines. Yes, that is such a good point. I'm actually surprised we didn't talk about that yesterday, but yeah, if you want to do contour studies, something with stripes on it is really going to help you understand the shape that you're drawing. So this is a great example. I don't know why I'm pointing with my hand. You guys can't see that. This is a great example of a way to really understand form by looking at how the lines follow the contour of the shape. Always a good plan. You can also do this with like a figure wearing a striped shirt or something. You can really see foreshortening really well on an arm, for example, if they were wearing like horizontally striped patterns. So definitely check for those things if you're trying to understand more about forms, or you could do those contour lines yourself. But these both look really, really lovely. Thank you so much for sharing, Zenith. It's lovely to see some studies from you, and I appreciate you encouraging us with your share. It's coming up. Nice. I don't know if I honestly don't know if I'm gonna have time for anything in the next few months. I'm doing a lot of stuff in August and October. When is Germ Jam? I've never done anything like that. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't even know what to do. But if I can manage to get caught up on commissions and shop updates and everything else I need to do on top of my day job, then I will definitely look into it. But feel free to tell us more so that if there are people interested in doing it, I believe it's like you work with a team, right, to basically make like a game. And artists can do it, programmers can do it. You pick a team, I think. And it'll be September 15th through 30th. Nice. Well, keep us posted. And I'd love to hear more about it. If I have time, I would love to. I've never done anything like that, and it sounds really fun. Wait, who did this one? Moonsky. This was from Moonsky Runner. Wanted to make sure we announced the person. I like the textures you used, Moonsky. Solo, I definitely would be able to do it solo. I would have no idea how to make a game. I've watched your streams and tried to understand what you're talking about, Jern. I'm not gonna lie. My brain is like, look at all those lines of code. I wonder what any of them mean. But I know we do have some people interested in game dev in my community, so feel free to tell us about it. Team of up to 4. Okay, cool. Well, if anyone is interested in that, go follow Jern and ask more questions and learn how to make a game. It's pretty cool. Jern has a game coming out soon, I think, also, for those who didn't know. Jern actually has a game called Rise of Piracy. You can find it on Steam. And I'm very excited to hear more about the release and stuff. So, congrats again on that. Very awesome. Moonsky is the one whose art we are looking at here. This is a lovely textured study of the tiger. remember how to spell it. I think it's all together. There we go. Go follow Moon Sky if you aren't already. Look at this lovely, lovely study. For a second, it almost looked like you were adding to the image. But it's a really, really cool one. Yeah, I love the style that you chose to do this in. A really fun, like, brush, almost like a experimental brush study here, too. But really good proportions, you know, really good lighting, really good expression. Like, you really captured this well. Moon Sky, congrats. And thank you so much for sharing it. Guys, go follow Moon Sky if you aren't already. Another fantastic art streamer who is newly returned to our Twitch and recently hit 100 followers. So go help them make 200. Go follow. Go hang out. Always fun to watch new artists on the platform grow. Very, very lovely. I really enjoy textured studies. Wasn't sure where to post it. Oh, here's some references for people to use, I think. If you wanted to do like some master studies. Thanks for sharing those, Carson. They can go here or in the stream event chat. Usually it's one of the two places when we post references. They tend to go either place. But very cool. You didn't do a study, right? I just want to make sure I'm not skipping a link. I think these are all, yeah. These are very cool museum references. I'll be sure to go pin those after the stream. Thank you for sharing, Carson. Amaze did a lovely line drawing of a water lily. This is really nice. Really good textures. You managed to make the line work look watery, which is kind of fun. I really like the way you accomplished that, Amaze. Make sure that you guys go follow Amaze as well. Our wonderful mod, Amazing Fan 15, if you aren't already. Lovely study here. Amaze also does animation, comics, character design, is participating in Art Fight, is doing all the things. So go give Amaze a follow and join in. And go hang out and get to know Amaze. Really, really nice. This looks awesome, Amaze. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate ya. Oh, wait, I haven't done any water plants. Hold on. Lily, maybe? Nope. Iris? Nope. Lotus? Nope. Kind of. We'll just do the lotus one. There we go. Lotus! Okay, that's the first plant one. We'll find more relevant emotes here in a minute. But thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you. You know, there's not enough time to do all the things either, so you gotta be kind of choosy about the things you do, which is why I appreciate that you and everybody else draws with me here, because it's, you know, like I said, you could be doing anything else right now, but you guys are choosing to hang out or study along or just lurk and support. I really appreciate it. This one is from Yangularu, another fantastic mod who also streams. Says, it's difficult drawing something that is constantly moving. BB is a hyper guy. Rue is doing some IRL life drawing studies of their cat, the cat that lives in the home. He fights his whole body when he grooms himself. That's cute. He's pretty young too, right? It's a little kitten. BB Pendragon, I believe, is the name of the cat. Make sure you guys go follow Yangularu as well. These are really lovely, and I always recommend that people do live life drawing studies when able, because it's going to challenge your brain. It's going to make you be a very careful observer of reality, and you have to make the decisions about where to draw the lines. Whereas when you're only ever working from a flat two-dimensional reference, the implied lines are sort of there for you, and it's a lot easier to just accidentally copy. So if you really want to challenge yourself, go outside or look around you, take your sketchbook, do like Rue did. Rue's setting a great example here, and just draw what you see, whether it's your cat, you know, your plants, your hand, you know, some shoes, whatever you can look at. There's objects all around you, there's things all around you that can help you grow as an artist. So you don't always have to have access to the internet and have photo reference to practice. So keep that in mind. This kind of thing is definitely going to help you grow a lot faster as an artist. And also with living things like this, learn a lot more about anatomy, because you can see the anatomy in motion. You can see where the shoulders are going underneath all that fur. You know, you can see where how the legs are able to move. Like, what's the actual amount of, you know, flexing this animal can do and in what ways. So, to be fair, cats are very flexible. But these are lovely. These are lovely, Rue. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm gonna find a little cat emote. Oh, well, let's do a black cat, because I think BB is a black cat. This is so cute! Thank you so much for sharing your drawings of BB. Cute, cute, cute. And make sure you guys go follow Rue. Cat makes you want to snuggle your screen, right? I know, very cute little guy. This one is from Clem. Clem has shared the references here that have been used. Some mangrove forests and some lovely underwater lily pad studies. Very, very cool environments that you chose, and I think you did a great job representing them here. Good job with the perspective on some of these, especially these underwater shots. I can see you kind of drawing those view lines, like kind of trying to get your perspective down. Really nice, really nice. Drawing that horizon line basically in each one of these, or at least in these three. But lovely attention to detail, Clem. Lovely, just like capturing of the composition of each of these environments. Really cool. This is cool to see from you. Thank you so much for sharing. The embargo just got lifted seconds ago. Perfect! Does that mean I can talk about it? Can I finally talk about the thing? I'm gonna talk about the thing, and then if I get in trouble, I'm gonna say, well, Shark Geek said. Because Shark Geek's the one that put together one of the things I'm getting to do. So since we can officially talk about it, are you guys ready for an announcement? One's in the chat if you want me to make an announcement about TwitchCon. I don't know if everybody's here, if people are lurking, but if people want to hear the announcement, I will announce right now. We'll probably talk about it this afternoon too. But thank you so much, Clem, for drawing. Let's see, a tree? Maybe a tree? Tree. Oh, maybe is there another kind of plant? I don't think they have lily pads. Fern? Nope. Okay, I give up. Leaf. We'll just do a leaf. Leaf. Boink. Beautiful stuff, Clem. Thank you for sharing. Ooh, I see ones in the chat. Okay, you guys gave ones in the chat. There's a thing, if you would like to hear. Amaze is impatient. Surprise. Well, I just don't want to, you know, if people are lurking, I don't want to, you know, I don't want people to feel like they're missing out. Didn't even know there was a thing. Well, okay, so the thing is, at TwitchCon, I'm going to be on some panels. I've already mentioned that. But one of the panels is actually led by Shark Geek. Shark Geek put one of them together. We're going to be talking about conservation and art, and we're kind of combining it, actually. I forget exactly what they've titled it, or what we've retitled it as, but basically somebody mentioned earlier about Alveus Sanctuary. So two of the people who we're combining with actually work with Maya over at Alveus Sanctuary. And they are going to be talking about trail cams and how to use trail cams on stream. So we're going to be doing this whole panel on like conservation and nature and outreach, combining all of that stuff with a little bit of science art with not only myself and Shark Geek, but also science streams. So that's pretty cool. So if you're going to TwitchCon, I don't know what day it is yet, but if you're going to TwitchCon, we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that. And at Shark Geek, if you know, if they've announced a date, you feel free to type it in chat because I haven't looked yet. But yeah, so that's really exciting. And another exciting thing that I'm going to be doing that I can officially talk about now, that I almost sort of kind of accidentally mentioned earlier when I didn't know I wasn't supposed to say anything, although I didn't really go into detail, I guess, is that I'm going to be on another conservation and education panel on like how to incorporate those things on Twitch with, again, science streams and paleontologizing and Ultrasaurus. Which is an honor to be invited to both of these panels. Like, as a art streamer, like, I feel very, I don't know, a little bit underqualified, but I'm excited, and so I'll be on two different panels kind of featuring conservation. I'll be talking about Save the Vaquita Day a lot. I'll be talking about stuff I did last year for it. I'll be talking about porpoise.org, and I'll be talking about how to use enthusiasm and education to get other people excited about this stuff, and how Twitch can be such a powerful, I think, platform. Personally, to get things like conservation on the minds of people all over the world. So, I'm not nice shirt. I am nothing like a paleontologist. It's called Twitch Goes Wild: Shark Science and Wildlife Camps. Okay, thank you. They left art out of the title. That's okay. Yeah, I kind of thought like art was in the title, and I think it's more in the description now. But that's okay. That's all right. I'm really excited. I am not overqualified at all. But yes, if you want to go follow the folks who are going to be on these panels, make sure that you follow all the folks I just mentioned. Follow Paleontologizing, Shark Geek, Science Streams. We've given some of these folks shoutouts already today. But there's a whole bunch of people. Ultrasaurus is another one. And let's see. I don't know, actually. Is it Alveus Sanctuary? If anyone wants to look up how to spell that. I'm not sure if it's actually Alveus Sanctuary. I think it's actually some people who work for or with Alveus Sanctuary. But that could be a really cool connection, especially if we want to do more conservation work in the future, because it's a huge... If you're not familiar with them, they're like basically like the... You know, the people for for like zoos, animals, aquariums for that category, they're like always at the top. And it's like a constant live cam. You've got them tabbed, exactly. There's probably a lot of you who do. It's a guy named Connor who works with Alveus, yeah, and he's got a Twitch channel, him and the other one, but I think they mostly work with Alveus is my understanding. We haven't met them yet. I'm excited to talk to them and learn more about what they do. Hopefully before the panel we'll get to know a little bit more about what they do. But either way, I'm really excited about that, so I'll talk about that more this afternoon. He's awesome, cool. See, nice shirt, knows them. I actually don't know who this is, but yeah. I'm also sort of newer around Twitch and I don't know people, but hopefully I'll know a lot more people after TwitchCon. So anyway, I'm really excited about those panels, and if anybody is going to be at TwitchCon, please come to the panel. It'd be really cool, not only to have people there listening and interested, but to meet you guys. So if you're planning on coming to TwitchCon, keep an eye out for those panels. He's been too busy to stream lately. Yeah, so we tried to check out the streams, but I don't think either of the other people on the panel that we're going to be on for that one with Shark Geek and Science have streamed in a while, so it was kind of hard to get a, like, oh, we don't know anything about them. But just knowing that they're connected to Alveus is pretty cool. Okay, so going on back to the show and tell, we have Dracon doing plants and a burb. Oh, I like this reference. I was going to do this one because I really like these plants. I don't know what they're called, but I mean, I drew a different version of them, but I like that somebody used this one. And of course, some cattails, the classic aquatic, more of like a, I guess, a shoreside plant, but definitely very heavily associated with water, like can't not live around water. So at least I don't think cattails can. Do cattails grow without like a water source nearby? I feel like they kind of have to have that. But either way, the hot dog plant. These both look really nice, Dracon. Thank you so much for sharing and studying. Forbidden water corn dog. Yeah. Has anyone else seen, there's like a comic or an animation or something I saw somewhere about somebody who was basically making a little character going, I want to eat it. Like, I know I shouldn't, but I want to eat it. And then like eats it and it just explodes with foam. Because if you've ever like pulled on any of these little particulates on not a horsetail, oh my gosh, why can't I remember? Cattail. Why did I forgot? I just said what they were and I forgot. My aunt had some of these growing at her pond when we would come visit, and as a kid I would like pull the little brown parts off and they would just like explode and fluff. So yeah, don't ever bite into one. But these look really great. Plant corn dog delight. There's a version of grass seed that is fluffy like a cattail but is smaller and green. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know there's also horsetails that grow really close to water. They're actually a really super prehistoric plant. So if you're ever doing paleo art, look up horsetails. They've been around for a very long time and have not changed a lot. So they probably look the same as they did around the time of the dinosaurs. But anyway, lovely studies, Dracon. Really nice job with all the forms in here. Really, really great study. These look looking so fantastic. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's find a little plant. Let's see, plant. Oh, well, we'll do that plant this time. And bird. Bird. That looks close to ish to a heron. Thank you so much for sharing. These look fantastic, Dracon. Oh, we have Miss Art Rules up next. Thank you so much for sharing your lovely watercolor study of some plants. Some lovely flowers here. Beautiful, beautiful. I hope you had fun doing it, Miss Art Rules. And thank you, as always, for inspiring us with your watercolors. The perspective is messing with you. Trying to figure out those plants is really big or the bird is really small. Oh, and this one? Yeah. I think the plants are really big. Because the herons are usually... Herons and egrets are... Well, unless it's like a type of egret, I guess it could be small. But cranes, herons, they're usually pretty large. I would say like... I would say that plant is probably like a good 2 to 3 feet tall. But these look lovely, Miss Art Rules. Thank you so much for sharing. We'll find some flowers to react with here. Flowers. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for working out with us at the Art Gem. And last up we have Artie Gob. Ooh. These are... Oh, are these inside an aquarium? Oh, that's cool. I didn't think about aquarium plants until I got into looking for references this morning. I wish I would have taken more time to find some more like good aquarium, like aquaponics type plants, but I just didn't do it. But these look so lovely. I love the variety of an aquarium plant. If anyone has an aquarium, Oh, it's your actual aquarium. I was about to say this almost looks like an observational study of a real aquarium. Well done, Artie Gob. Yeah. No, I can tell that you're actually looking at what's in front of you and that you're actually studying things in, I don't know how, there's just like something different about a study done from actual observation. Where once you've seen enough studies from two-dimensional reference versus life reference, you just start to get a sense for like, I don't know, it's almost like I can see you trying to observe the shapes. And I can see you like learning and studying. Maybe that sounds weird and maybe I'm totally off base here, but I was gonna ask if this was your aquarium because I was gonna say if anyone has an aquarium, do some studies of the aquarium scene. Like you'll learn a lot about just from observing from life. There's such a beautiful subject to study. I wish I had an aquarium. My roommate in college had a pretty decent aquarium and you guys, I was almost like a cat watching an aquarium sometimes. I would sit there for hours sometimes and just watch. It's so amazing actually how calming and beautiful that they are. And you would think you would get bored, but, well, maybe you would, but I don't know, I didn't. I did a lot of studies from the aquarium that my roommate had and learned a lot about those fish, so. This is an all-natural one. You don't have to feed it. That's awesome. Wow. That's really cool. I kind of got into... I kind of really wanted an aquarium after my roommate had a pretty nice one in college. And man, if I ever get a house, I will probably have just a freshwater aquarium. I don't think I would have the time to deal with a saltwater aquarium, but man, they're really cool. Thank you for sharing. This is super fun. Yeah, I'd love to actually know more about your self-feeding aquarium. Yeah, if you don't mind sharing some details at some point. It fully feeds itself. You just add leaves and gumballs. Wait, what do you mean? No cleaning, no feeding, just vibes? That's amazing, actually. So these are all live plants, and the fish do the cleaning. It's like a little aquaponics system. That's so cool. I am extremely curious about that. If you ever felt like sharing in the Discord sometime, or I don't know, that's really cool. Well, thank you so much for everybody for sharing your studies, and this looks great, Artie, and thank you for leading by example there and doing some actual live drawing from observation. Guys, my goal is to do more of that and to do more traditional media studies here too at the art gym soon. So once I still haven't had time to set up my camera, but once I can get that set up, maybe this afternoon I'll try to do that, since we might be doing a sculpture stream, although I'm kind of leaning away from doing a sculpture stream. We'll see, but I really need to finish setting that up, and hopefully we'll be doing more of it soon. Oh, a picture right here. Thank you for the reference. Oh, very cool. Oh my goodness. I have so many questions. Is that a fish? No. What is it? I have so many questions I want to ask. This is awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing and for showing this very cool setup that you have. I'm going to post my studies really fast. They're a little spread out today. I wish I had done a better job of spacing them. But alas, I did not. So we're going to do it the slightly janky way. Just going to take a screenshot. Open up La Paint. Because it is a low, it's like a low usage program that I can quickly, whoops. Let me save this and get out of here. That I can just like quickly copy and paste things in. And we are gonna go find somebody to raid. So I'm gonna post my studies. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Boink, boink, boink. Okay, we did it. I'm gonna copy this, post it in the Discord, and then we are gonna find someone to go say hi to. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out today. Really appreciate your company during the art gym. This is the last art gym for a little bit. I'm not gonna be back for a morning stream until the 11th, I believe, of August. So this afternoon is actually my last stream until then as well. I'll be on vacation next week. I'll be releasing the August calendar pretty much as soon as this afternoon stream is done because I'm almost done putting it together. But I appreciate you guys hanging out, and hopefully I'll see you again this afternoon. But if not, I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great week, and I'll see you after my vacation. If anybody wants to follow along with me on socials or on Discord, that's where you'll be able to find me. if I do anything online in between now and August 11th, you can catch me there. But let's go say hi to some folks. And thank you again, everybody, for the follows, for the lurks, for the subscription, for the resubs, for the cheer. You guys are just really kind. My mods, of course, you guys are amazing. And thank you again, Diana Dashin, for that raid. That was really kind. We are gonna go say hi to, oh, and of course my patrons. Don't want to forget the patrons. I really appreciate all my patrons for any length of time. If anybody wants to sign up over there, you are always, of course, welcome to go check it out. I mostly use it as a kind of like an update and a little works in progress and kind of behind the scenes dumping ground. You know what? Let's go see. Oh yeah, the prediction. I will end that before we raid out. Thank you for the reminder, Christmas Cat. Shoot. That's actually, there's a few people I really want to raid. Let's try to make a little discernment here. Ah, howda, Ned. Thank you. That was really, really kind. I appreciate that. So many good options on right now. Ooh, here's somebody I was actually thinking that we haven't been able to. Oh wait, haven't been able to raid in a while. Are they still on? Okay, and it looks like they're doing plants. You guys, this will be perfect. We have not had a chance to raid in to say hi to Melemony in a while, and Melemony has been super awesome and supportive. It does a lot of community events, does Stream Inc. Always does work safe art. Is doing some really, really cute, looks like either watercolor or gouache right now. So let's go say hi to Melemony. If you don't know Melemony, well, you will soon. We're gonna go surprise Melemony with a raid. Oh, Esol, it's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Guys, this, again, for anyone who missed it, thanks for being here. This is my last art gym until the 11th. I'll be on vacation next week. Stay tuned in the Discord if you want updates in the stream schedule. I'll be posting that probably this evening after this afternoon stream. But I will be back this afternoon, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, if you want to come hang out with me one more time before I take a break out in the mountains with my mom for the next week. And I'll be back on the 11th to do a whole bunch of cool art stream stuff with you all. But if I don't see you this afternoon, again, thank you all for everything. Especially just in general, Blanket, thank you for everything over the past month or two with the partner push and all the support for the lurking. Just for being incredible. I really appreciate you all. And yes, thank you again for the reminder on the prediction. Let me figure out how to end that before. Oops, I just opened something 3 times. That's exciting. Slightly cool. You know, we're not a pro. Nothing has changed really, but I did 2 studies today, so if you thought I was gonna do 2, congrats. There are your prediction results. And for everyone I let down, I'm so sorry. Let's go say hi to Melemony. And I'll see you over there, okay? Bye, guys!